Hello and welcome to another presentation of the Championship Sports Productions Game of the Week with the Comcast Local Network. Tom Skinner here ringside for the 69th Annual Golden Gloves of Eastern Michigan Championship Fight Night, along with Bill Black, General Manager over at Comcast in Flint. Glad to have you with us with what has been a terrific tournament so far, and what will be a full card tonight. Bill's 15 bouts scheduled. We're going to have a couple of juniors. We'll have the novice division. We'll even have a couple of gals going at it with the ringside action here, and then the open division with what we hope will be 5 real good bouts. But a lot of fun, and I know that you've had some boxing background experience, also some tough man competition, and just a general lover of sports.
Well, I've been anxious for this event here for a couple weeks now. This is my first Golden Gloves event, but as you mentioned, I've been around boxing for a long time, and looking forward to a lot of action here tonight, as are a lot of fans. The arena is already starting to fill up, Tom.
It is, and when you're with this boxing night, championship fight night, 69th annual for the Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves, 74th year for the Golden Gloves of Michigan, and we'll have the winners from tonight who will represent the Eastern Michigan Boxing Association go on, and they'll have a chance to continue that journey to maybe a national championship opportunity in the Golden Gloves with a trip over to Grand Rapids here the final weekend of this month. So this is a stepping stone, as have the 2 previous Thursday nights been here with this 69th annual event for yet another stage, a bigger stage.
Well, that's absolutely right, Tom. This is really a prelude to what's coming up in Grand Rapids on the 29th and 30th of April. And Flint traditionally has had great experience and good luck over in Grand Rapids. We've had a lot of state winners over the years, especially last year, and we're looking forward to a lot of these fighters tonight to represent Flint very well in Grand Rapids at the end of the month.
Well, Bill and I are going to take a time out. When we come back, we're going to continue to talk about this 69th annual event. We have more boxing organizations, boxing clubs represented this year than we've had in many, many years. We'll talk about that, as well as some of the state champs who are returning to continue on a road that they hope will maybe put them in a position to box for a national championship down the road. That more right after this timeout. You're watching the Championship Fight Night with the Golden Gloves in Flint with Championship Sports Productions and your Comcast Local Network. Pizza lovers have known for years, in fact 50 years now, that Luigi's is the place to stop for the best in thin crust pizza and other terrific Italian food. Luigi's has a full luncheon menu, including daily soup and salad bar specials, and outstanding dinner options as well. Whether it's with your family, friends, or your co-workers, for lunch or for dinner, Luigi's El Toro's is looking forward to celebrating their 50th anniversary with you throughout the entire year of 2005. So come visit your friends at Luigi's El Toro's as they serve up their famous thin crust pizza and lots of other fine Italian food.
Luigi's Pizza is the best in town.
That's right, Whitey. For the best in thin crust pizza, go to Luigi's El Toro's at 2132 Davison Road, or give them a call at 810-234-0023. Sports Extra 1330 WTRX is where you can tune your radio dial to the mail room, where sports is dished out every Monday through Friday from 9 to noon. Host Doug Fisher and his team of co-hosts, Ricky Hampton from the Flint Journal, Tom Skinner from Championship Sports Productions, and former Detroit Lion quarterback Urich will help set the table for your day in sports. And from 12 noon to 3 p.m., catch the Jim Rome Show, where he extends sports vines in his jungle. While the Huge Show with Bill Simonson will take you on a Sports Extra 1330 WTRX ride from 3 to 6 p.m. every day. Throw in Michigan State football and basketball, the best in the NBA with the Detroit Pistons and Detroit Tiger baseball, and Sports Extra 1330 WTRX is your home for the very best in radio sports. Hockey and World Event Centers, we came back. You could see in the background the Comcast banner hanging. This production coming to you through the Comcast local networks via Championship Sports Productions. And then Bill, also as we were coming back, as the camera tilted down, we saw the hardware over there on the table that these young fighters are going to be vying for out there. And you know, this is one of those things, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, junior golf, when you got kids out there competing and giving it their best effort, it's a lot of fun to watch. And nobody walks away a loser. Somebody, though, will be declared a winner.
Well, we expect to have 12 winners. Half of the fighters tonight that fight will go on to the state finals in Grand Rapids at the end of the month. This group here, the Eastern Michigan organization, has placed a lot of fighters over the years in the state championship ranks. We had 11 last year, representing a number of clubs. One of the interesting things I think about what's going on with Golden Gloves right now in this area is the fact that Ken Dinnan and his group have continued to add more and more clubs, some great clubs, many of them represented here tonight with some great boxers. He's added 7 clubs since last year.
And you know, with that, you know, you've got some names, and one name that jumps out, and he's right across from us right now. He's got the Circa shirt. He just turned around. Jesse Asensio, a longtime sports fan in the area, big boxing supporter. And as we have the sound of the bell, he is the official working the bell tonight. But he is the kind of guy that has helped with the rebirth of boxing in the area. He has the Circa Boxing Club going. You've talked about the number of boxing clubs increasing by 7 from last year to this year, 20 of them now, and just continuing to provide opportunities for young boxers.
And from a wide area as well. We have clubs here from Bay City. We have clubs from Irish Hills down in the Ann Arbor area. Of course, a lot of clubs from the Flint and Lapeer area as well. But just a great crossing. Pontiac well represented here. They've had some great champions coming out of this organization in the past. So boxing, at least at the Golden Gloves level, is really increasing. It's really improving. But kind of the heart and soul of this is the volunteer organization that's behind it. And that's what's giving a lot of these youngsters, and I say youngsters, some of them are in their 30s, but that's what's giving these men and women an opportunity to box.
Well, the ring announcer, Tony Rockman, is going to get things started here. You talked about the various clubs. A part of this Eastern Michigan Association, you go as far as the UP with a couple of boxing clubs as well, so boxing alive and well here in the greater Flint area. And then also when you talk about the success of boxers out of this area, you talked about the number of state champions. We've had a silver medalist in Chris Bird in the 92 games in Barcelona. And then last year with the young man, young Mr. Durrell, with Bumper Lawson, his granddad, as his coach, winning the bronze medal representing the United States in the Olympics. Rich boxing traditions, not just football, baseball, basketball, boxing, just a part of the great Flint tradition as well.
No, and it's not just, I mean, that's a great example. The medal winners that we've had over the years come out of Flint, and you can't talk about boxing in Michigan or in the Midwest and not talk about Chris Bird. Everybody around the world knows him. It's time now for our national anthem.
All righty, Bill. Productions and your Comcast local network.
Affects a child, it can hurt families in so many ways. We're here to help. We're the Children's Wish Fund, a Flint-based nonprofit organization that grants the wishes of chronically ill children in Genesee County. The wishes vary from an all-expenses-paid shopping trip to a mall to a trip to a theme park. If you'd like to help or know of a child in need of a special wish, contact the Children's Wish Fund at the Hurley Foundation, 257-9667.
And welcome back to ringside here at Bronny's Hockey Arena and World Event Center. We're just about ready to go. You see the ring girls from Hooters, local restaurant, who will be our ring gals, letting the fans know here what round they're in, along with Bill Black, general manager over at Comcast in Flint, Tom Skinner here. And we are looking forward to 12 terrific bouts, originally scheduled for 15, but Bill, you know, sometimes as the tournament evolves, you get an athlete that might come out with an injury in semifinal action or during training during the week leading up. We've had that happen tonight, so we've got 3 scratches. So instead of a 15 bout card, we've got a dozen going.
Ever any ringside flu that enters into this town? Just some butterflies that kind of put a guy out of action?
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, we're in a position where we've got one of the two straps that has the 4 ropes attached here right in front of us. So we got a little extra help here, but I have had actually a guy come down onto a table, one of the fighters, a couple of years ago, I think when Zaki Rashid, one of our Comcast staff people, who's now over in the Cleveland area, and we were ready to catch, and you got to play heads-up ball. So since you're more of a quarterback type, I'm more of a linebacker or offensive tackle. I'll make sure I'll throw the body block on the boxer, and you cover the equipment.
Okay, will do.
All righty.
We're ready for our first junior bout here in the 200-pound weight class.
Tony Rockman is the ring announcer, and he's getting ready to make the introductions. And for this first bout, it's a junior bout, 201-pounder, 201-pound division. And we've got a boxer out of the Sal Boxing Club. That's Charles Garrett. He'll be taking on a boxer out of the Joe Bird Boxing Association, or Boxing Academy, pardon me. That's going to be Frank Triplett. Now, Sal, a long-time boxing program in the area, and Joe Bird Boxing, also very renowned, of course. His sons have been very, very good. He's got a daughter that's been a terrific boxer as well. So these two corners well represented. In the blue corner is going to be Frank Triplett. He's wearing the black with the gold. And out of the red corner, wearing black and red, is Charles Garrett. Garrett representing the Sal Boxing Club. That's Dale Grable in Clarkston, Michigan.
Now, Dale Grable, there's a name that boxing fans in Michigan will recognize.
Very much so.
Involved at every level of boxing, and a great coach, great teacher, and a wonderful man.
And you know what? So, like so many others through the years, who has had great experiences with boxing, and he's giving back now as a coach. Again, in the black and the red, Charles Garrett, fighting out of the red corner. And with the black and the gold, Frank Triplett. Garrett had Triplett against the ropes there momentarily. Looked like most punches were blocked by the gloves. Opening round here, first bout of the night on Championship Fight Night. Triplett in the black and the gold. You can see him in the right part of your screen now, in the center of the ring. Backing Garrett up a little bit. Garrett dropped the gloves there a little bit, but didn't have to pay.
Job of the judges here is to count real blows that hit either to the upper body or to the front half of the head.
One of his jobs, Bill, that's certainly from the scoring side, but as is with every single sporting event out there, the official's first and foremost job, whether it be boxing or baseball or hockey, you name it, is protection of the athlete too. Oh, right now above us. And boy, that worry you had a moment ago was very, very real right in front of us in the cry of break. That's Spence, I believe that's Spence Carpenter up there. Sure is. Again, in the black with the red. Very similar boxing uniforms. The black and the red, Charles Garrett. He slipped there, but regained his balance. Now he's got Triplett against the ropes. Triplett bounces away. We're in the opening round here, the opening bout of the night. A good left hand. Slowed Triplett just a bit. Triplett. Again, this is a junior bout.
Even for junior boxers, these young men have some great skills.
You know, with boxing, and there's the bell sounding, with boxing, like basketball, you hear coaches talk so much about you play defense with your feet. Boxing, so much a game, is so much a sport where footwork is absolutely paramount.
It is. I think a lot of people just watch the hands, they watch the head, and you miss really half of the action. The lower body and the feet are very important in the sport of boxing, as they are in other sports, but you kind of watch where the action is.
Just had the opening round finish, and in this junior bout, rounds go a minute and a half, so 90 seconds per round, and when we get to the novice division, it'll be 2 minutes. You know what? Actually, I guess I need to back off on that. The junior bout that was scratched because of an injury was the 130 weight class was a minute and a half. But this one has been noted as a 2-minute round. All of the bouts then 2-minute rounds, including we've got one matchup with a couple of young ladies who will be going at it here tonight with the 69th annual Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves. Hearing the call for the boxers to get ready, and the bell sounds as we have round 2. And again, gold and black. The gold trim with the black uniform, Frank Triplett. Charles Garrett is in the black with the red trim. Triplett a little more the aggressor here. Gets back, though, into Garrett's own corner. They tie it up, and Spence Carpenter will call for a break. And he warns Triplett for holding. And one of the biggest things that you see during boxing, especially with the youth boxing as you move on up, you hear the coaches telling keep the gloves up. Defense first, and then punch, counter punch. And we got a call for break, pardon me. Another thing here, Beryl, I just noticed, and Spence Carpenter, longtime boxing official, he looks in the eyes of the boxers after any kind of combination of punches.
Wants to make sure that they still have their full faculties. As you mentioned, that really is his main job. First priority is to take care of the safety of the fighters. One of the first things that fight fans will notice different about Golden Gloves is that the coaches do not coach during the round. They are required to maintain silence during the round. You'll hear some coaching going on, but that's primarily from friends and family in the crowd.
Which can be a little confusing at times when you're getting different bits of advice. Triplett right now in this round seems to be a little bit more of the aggressor. Garrett kind of a pushing or a little slapping of the punches, nothing real crisp. Again, with the gold trim and the back uniform, that's black uniform, that's Triplett. Now Garrett, he's got his hand behind Triplett, and let's see if he gets a warning for that.
He sure does.
Yep. Spence Carpenter making sure that that is a warning that Garrett sees clearly and cleanly. About halfway through this second round. Garrett looks very tired out here now. Oops, actually, we were all the way through the second round. Looked as though the fatigue factor kind of coming in with Garrett a little bit.
He even looked a little winded. I was watching him after the first round. Looked like he was quite a bit more winded than his opponent.
Bill, let's look right now at a replay of the action that did prompt the warning from Spence Carpenter. And this is just one of those safety things.
And you'll notice that Spence does a great job after this of showing the fighter exactly what it was he was doing wrong. At the same time, he's showing the crowd and the judges so everybody understands exactly what the warning was for.
You bet. Good officiating out there. You know, when you see that, when you see the referee, we're looking at the two corners there, when you see the referee demonstratively showing that, it takes away any question. And from the sportsmanship side of things, fans are less likely to, maybe take the wrong message or get the wrong message of what the referee was trying to say.
That's right.
Oh, coming out, Garrett comes out like a house of fire here to start this third round.
I think Garrett got the message that he didn't do very well in that last round.
If Triplett can hold off and not get himself caught here, you might see Garrett quickly run out of gas. He really looked like the gas tank was empty in that second round.
He's already stepping back. He's been off balance on both of the returns from Triplett.
Triplett needs to get off the ropes here. Trying to counterpunch, had the uppercut there. They caught mostly glove. Now we have a push warning given to Garrett.
Well, as Garrett was pushing Triplett to keep him on the ropes, that's when Spence stepped in and broke their fighters.
Action right now.
And
near the center
you're
of the
right
ring.
about Garrett. You can tell he's already tired. He kind of ran out of gas there early to that big initial flurry.
Oh, good left hand there. This is left jab. There's not a lot of mustard on it, but when you talk about technique, landing the glove, good solid punch on the face, he did it. Oh, good shot to the stomach there by Triplett out of the Joe Bird Boxing Club, and he gets a warning that time.
Spence Carpenter tells him it's a little low.
Now both fighters' tanks a little bit closer to empty. A good left hand as Garrett stepped aside when Triplett tried to come in. Triplett was a little bit off balance, and we talked earlier about the footwork, and both fighters now doing a lot of lunging and getting caught off balance. Garrett now with some good punches. Probably the majority off the gloves of Triplett, but there's the bell sounding the end of this bout.
This is not going to be an easy bout for the judges to decide, I don't think. It was, that last round was pretty close. And they may have split the first two rounds, so we'll see what the results are.
We've got a boxing, one of the judges to our left. When you look back, and I guess you and I are probably old school a little bit relative to maybe a lot of people in the audience, but Muhammad Ali and some of the bouts that he fought through the years, you wondered how he won some of those rounds. But, you know, it's kind of like at the last 2 minutes of a first half of a basketball or football game and the last couple of minutes of the game itself. And here, you can almost steal rounds if you're aggressive and can land some punches in the last maybe 30 seconds of a round.
Well, the judges don't mark that scorecard until the round is over. So I know from years of judging that it does really come down to the last, sometimes just the last 10 seconds. A little bit more structured judging in Golden Gloves, though, as they are. Well, and here we have our winner.
So it's going to be out of the red corner, Charles Garrett. Charles Garrett with the win. Yeah, let's take a look at a replay of some of the action in that bout. Charles Garrett coming back. He's in the red trim with the black. That was just to our left, Bill. A lot of them caught by the gloves, but the aggressiveness, you know, couldn't help but have a few of the punches land.
Well, and even though he didn't land a lot of punches in that round, or I should say a lot of them were blocked, he definitely landed a lot more punches than Triplett did that round. So probably the difference in the fight. I think the first two rounds probably were split on the judges' scorecard. I'd be surprised if this is anything but 2-1 on most of the cards.
So Charles Garrett out of the Sal Boxing Club with the win, and we're going to get ready for bout number 2 in just a moment. We'll come back with bout number 2 right after you take this timeout and visit with some of our sponsors. You're watching Championship Fight Night here with Comcast Local through Championship Sports Productions.
Sports fans, your friends at Borden's Pharmacy have been taking care of your prescription and over-the-counter needs in the Clio area for decades. The friendly team at Borden's Pharmacy provides outstanding, caring service 7 days a week. And for those homebound in the Clio area, Borden's Pharmacy has a delivery program to assist you with your individual needs. Whether it's a prescription, greeting cards, or other family care needs, you can get it all, including a smile from your friends at Borden's Pharmacy in Clio.
See you again.
I don't live here anymore.
Well, thanks for coming back and helping out.
And welcome back. Caught us sending some attaboys up to Spence Carpenter. And you know, Bill, this is one of those guys through the years has given so much back. You know, you talk about Mr. Grable, who works for the Sal Boxing Club. You talk about some of the other coaches here. Ken Dinnan, who is the head of the Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves. All people important to the opportunities that these young fighters have. But you know what? You got to talk about the referees, the game officials, the judges. It doesn't happen without those guys and gals contributing as well.
No, and as you say, giving back, obviously, a big part of why this organization works so well. They're not doing this for money. This is all volunteer work. It costs a lot of money to send these boxers to Grand Rapids as well. Last year, they spent about twice what their ticket sales were to send our boxers over to Grand Rapids. So obviously the work of the sponsors is important here, and if it weren't for the sponsors and the volunteers, we wouldn't be having this night tonight.
And speaking of our sponsors, National Roofing, among those sponsors, Stevenson and Sons Roofing, National Abatement Corporation, and Cywood Construction, just 4 of the sponsors who help make this possible. And we will recognize the others as we move through. We've got 11 more bouts here tonight, along with Bill Black, who by day, his day job, general manager over at Comcast in Flint, and stepped into the phone booth, put on his boxing analyst uniform, working with us here tonight as we're just about ready for the second bout. Scheduled bout on the card next is our first novice bout with Urich Gutierrez. There you see Urich. He'll be fighting out of the red corner with the Joe Bird Boxing Academy, and he'll be taking on Dewan Belsey out of the Joe Bird Boxing Academy. So a couple of guys who work in the same house will be going at it here in this next bout.
It's got to be tough for Joe to watch these two boxers. Only one obviously can win. Obviously he's not going to cheer for either of them, but certainly he'll want to have a good bout between the two.
Have Roscoe turn to his left right now. Get off Roscoe, go and turn to his left. In the black shirt behind him, white polka dots, is Anthony Durrell, bronze medalist. If we can get a shot of him a little bit later, I'll put. Have Roscoe turn to his right. And we're just still moments away. And there you see on our screen right now.
You see the back.
Anthony Durrell, I believe it is.
There we see him.
Anthony, a long time boxer in the area, even though at a young age. He has put a lot of time in the ring, and his grandfather, Bumper Lawson, helping the young fellow live a dream with his boxing career. Now a pro, working in the ring as a professional now.
And a brother who's also a great boxer with great history in Golden Gloves.
You bet.
Introducing you first, the red corner of the ring, coming to us from the Joe Bird Boxing Academy, Urich Gutierrez.
In the red corner, Urich Gutierrez. He is in the dark blue trunks with the blue shirt, and out of the blue corner, Dewan Belsey in the white shorts and the white shirt. And there you see the bell, which will sound and get this bout going here in round 1. Again, in the blue corner is Dewan Belsey. He is actually wearing white. And in the red corner, wearing blue, is Urich Gutierrez. Gutierrez in the blue. Belsey doing the little bob and weave and gets the right hand, a quick jab in there between the gloves of Gutierrez. Gutierrez working with the footwork. Belsey with a good left hand there.
Another good left.
Gutierrez against the ropes. Gutierrez had circled him, and then Belsey just kind of waited for his chance and delivered. Good right, left. And
Bell's very quick hands.
ooh, a good body shot now going up top. When he's got his opponent in trouble along the ropes, look for Spence Carpenter to step in here in a second. If Gutierrez doesn't start doing anything. Oops, we're going to have a standing 8 count. Again, safety of the boxer is first and foremost. And in the neutral corner just above us to our right, Gutierrez takes the standing 8 count. Wild right by Gutierrez. Belsey, you talked about how he really picked his moments there, and Gutierrez kind of did the little circle around Belsey in the middle, and then Belsey went to work.
Gutierrez hasn't figured out how to counter this guy yet. He's just been moving backwards the whole night.
Gutierrez now with Belsey right above us, and Belsey takes a couple of shots to the body and gets off the ropes. So now we've got a push warning against Belsey as he pushed Gutierrez into the neutral corner to our right. And the bell sounds, and the opening round is in the books.
Certainly something he didn't need to do was push him there. He had him off balance that entire round. We talked a little bit about footwork earlier in the first bout, and Belsey here is a great example of the kind of footwork that these young men develop with good boxing. Obviously, being in the Joe Bird Academy, he's going to get some great coaching as we see Gutierrez in his corner and now Belsey again. Not only good footwork coming forward. I mean, he was obviously in great position to throw a punch every time, but great footwork actually backing away from Gutierrez. Every time Gutierrez came after him, he was far enough away to completely slip any decent punch that Gutierrez might have thrown.
And Bill, that's a really good point, because Gutierrez, it looks like, as the taller fighter would normally have, has the reach advantage, but Belsey picked his spots with the good footwork, was able to get inside and deliver some really good punches. The one thing I don't like with Belsey is that he keeps the hands down. It's kind of like, trying to get his opponent to kind of command and lure him in a little bit.
Yeah, it's a cockiness in a way, but it's also part strategy. He knows that he's got very quick hands. He can not only get him up quick to defend himself, but to counterpunch as well.
And with the footwork you talked about, he can get away as well when he needs to. Again, Belsey in the white and in the blue, working actually out of the red corner, Urich Gutierrez. Well, good right hand up on the jaw.
And since it worked the first time, he came back with another one.
Oops, and there's another push away, but no call there by Spence. Well, good left hand by Gutierrez, but you know what? When I look at it now, I think it was just a glancing blow off the top of the headgear. Belsey has Gutierrez against the rope, and Gutierrez that time really took a big gulp of air when that cry for break was made. In the second round here, along with Bill Black, Tom Skinner, and the rest of the Championship Sports Productions team, coming to you via the Comcast local network. 69th annual Golden Gloves here in Flint. Belsey in control. And he's got Gutierrez against the ropes momentarily.
He is certainly not afraid of Gutierrez's reach, that's for sure.
And Gutierrez hasn't done anything to make him be afraid of it, really.
A couple of soft jabs there with the right, but nothing that's going to bother Belsey at all.
Oh, good left hand over the right, kind of the half jab by Gutierrez. And Gutierrez that time with a couple of punches to the body, glancing off the gloves, and those are maybe the best punches from a balance standpoint going into his opponent Belsey.
Yeah, Belsey kind of let up there and let Gutierrez get 3 or 4 quick shots in.
Bell sounds. That'll end the second round here in our second bout of the night. Two boxers who are working out of the same club, working out of the Joe Bird Boxing Academy. Joe Bird, former Olympic assistant coach. Let's take a quick look here at some of the work by Belsey. One of those glancing blows by Gutierrez off the top of the headgear.
Probably the closest that he scored to the head all night.
So we'll have the bell sound here in a moment to begin round 3, the final round in this second bout of the night. First novice bout. Again, two boxers from the Joe Bird Boxing Academy. In the blue corner, wearing the white shorts, boxing shorts and shirt, Dewan Belsey. In the red corner, wearing all blue, is Urich Gutierrez. Bell sounds to start the final round. Gutierrez wild right hand after a left that glanced off Bels. That's Bels backing up.
Well, Gutierrez is going to give it all he's got in this round. He knows, obviously, that he's way behind.
So far, he's landed most of the punches in this round. A couple of good straight left hands by the left-handed Duan Bels, slowed him down a bit.
Gutierrez has some power. He showed it for an instant there in that second round, and we've seen it a little bit here in this round, but just overmatched.
And one of the things I've noticed is that oftentimes when Gutierrez goes to step into his punches, even when he's going to jab with that right hand, he drops the right hand as he strides towards Bels. And Bels is just able to throw the left hand over the top.
Yeah, that left has been open. There's another great example of it right there.
And a warning for a push. Bels in the white, the right lead. Gutierrez, a good left hand there, it looked like. Bels, though, smiles as if it wasn't maybe so good as maybe I thought.
Well, between the headgear and the type of gloves that they use in Golden Gloves, it's really hard to throw a punch with a lot of impact.
Bels now with Gutierrez on the ropes just above us, and Spence Carpenter steps in, calls break. Gutierrez, you know, you can't fault the young man for his guts and determination. All energy here in the third round, but it might not be enough. And there's the bell sounding the end of this bout. The two boxers hug over there across the way from us. And I think young Mr. Duan Bels, will probably get the better of this. The judges will tally their scorecards and hand them to our referee, Spence Carpenter.
As we mentioned at the outset, this is an interesting bout because these two young men are stablemates, both boxing in the Joe Bird Boxing Academy.
And Bill, I'm going to guess this isn't the first time they've been in the ring together.
No, I'm sure they fought each other.
Now Spence Carpenter's tallying things up here as we await the decision of the judges. Let's take a little bit more of our action here in that third round. Bels in the blue trying to make the big comeback. Pardon me, Gutierrez in the blue, I should say.
Yeah, and as we mentioned earlier, Bell's just really good at getting out of the way of most of these punches.
You know, he's a strong boxer, although not the bigger of the two height-wise. He's kind of a bulldog out there. And we're just about ready.
I'd say his speed was the difference in that bout. Gutierrez obviously had some power.
Tony Rockman, the public address announcer, says that the young fella out of the blue corner, and that's going to be Duan Bels, who shows the good sportsmanship, raises the arms of his competitor Urich Gutierrez, and both boxers walk out champions. There you see Gutierrez, and Bels will follow him out. Bels held the ropes for him to get through, and Bels the last one out, but not last when it comes to this 132-pound weight class. He wins. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with bout number 3 right after this timeout.
Pizza lovers have known for years, in fact 50 years now, that Luigi's is a great place to stop for the best in thin crust pizza and other terrific Italian food. Whether it's with your family, friends, or your coworkers, for lunch or for dinner, Luigi's El Toro's is looking forward to celebrating their 50-year anniversary with you throughout the entire 2005 year. So stop by and visit your friends at Luigi's El Toro's as they serve up their famous thin crust pizza and lots of other fine Italian food.
Hey, welcome back here after 2 bouts, and with Golden Gloves Boxing, you see Duan Bels there with his championship hard work. Congratulations to Duan as he wins the novice 132-pound weight class. There you see one of the Hooters gals exiting, as they are the ring girls here. Tony Rockman, public address announcer, making the introductions right now. Valentin Sanchez out of the Circa Boxing Club will be taking on Dan Urich. Dan Urich out of the Thread Creek Boxing Club. And that, Bill, along with Bill Black, Tom Skinner here, Bill, that Thread Creek Boxing Club is the boxing club Ken Dinnan, who is the tournament director, runs. And I went over.
In Burton.
Yeah, you bet. I went over there this week to pick up some paperwork for the bouts as round number 1 has started. He is the only coach in the area that has a regulation-size ring out in his pole barn where his kids get a chance to train. And one of them is training, is in action right now. Dan Urich out of the Thread Creek Boxing Club, taking on Valentin Sanchez out of the Circa Boxing Club. Sanchez wearing the green, white, and red shorts. Urich in the black shorts with the red top. Circa, long time, along with Thread Creek, long-time boxing clubs. Ooh, good left after Sanchez tried to step in, and Urich with the good left hand slowed him down. That's a points blow there. He made good contact.
And quickly got out of the way of a real freight train right that Sanchez was trying to throw back.
You know, a couple of good punches. They're both caught gloves. Otherwise, well, one of those guys might have been on the canvas. Bill, in this bout here, I got to believe we'll see a lot of mail-delivered postage due. Left jab is short by a couple of inches from Sanchez, trying to deliver that to Urich. Right goes over the top as Urich ducks below the attempt by Sanchez.
This is much more of a feeling out kind of round than we've had in any of the previous bouts tonight.
Even though this is a novice division bout, Bill, and fans at home, these two guys really look like they've got a lot of experience in the ring coming into this bout tonight. Urich with good counter punches after he got up against the ropes there. Both these boxers, very quick hands along with the quick feet. I mean, exceptional hands.
Yeah, as we get into as we work through the novice group here tonight and get into some of the higher weight classes too, we're beginning to see even better and better boxing. More skillful, better training. Of course, at this level, they've already won at least 2 bouts to get here, so we know that these are some of the better boxers within the association.
Round 1 in the books for this third bout of the night. Valentin Sanchez in the red corner, wearing the green, white, and red boxing trunks, has the Circa jersey on, boxing shirt on, and he is coming from the left of your screen, and from the right of your screen, Dan Urich out of the Thread Creek Boxing Club. Black trunks, red shirt. Both of them right now trying to find their spots. So good body punching by Urich. It's Sanchez with a couple of good shots as well. One to the head, one downstairs. Round 2 of this 141-pound bout. And Bill, did you have a feel one way or the other in that first round, or was it pretty even?
Yeah, I thought Urich probably, even though there weren't a lot of punches thrown that round, I thought Urich connected on maybe 2 or 3 more than Sanchez did. I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen more action in this round, just that one quick flurry.
Sanchez showing the right-handed style. We've seen him go from the left side as well. Ooh, good right counter, but off the left glove of Urich. Urich with the jab, Sanchez knocking them away with the left glove. Ooh, and a low blow, and oh no, says Spence Carpenter, that's going to be counted as, or it's not Spence in there now. Did not see the referee change, but Sanchez felt that he was hit with a low blow, and he's going to be instructed to go over to the neutral corner. Wow, that's unusual. Sanchez called for what he thought was a low blow. The referee gave him the 8 count, and then he went over and he warned
Urich for a low blow.
That was very strange.
Halfway through round 2, a little more than halfway through this 2-minute round. In the green, white, and red trunks, Sanchez. Urich with the black trunks. Good counter punches. He worked out of the corner and off the ropes. And the bell sounds ending round number 2.
Well, we'll have to check the rule book on that. I wonder if the referee was just giving him a certain amount of time to kind of collect himself.
Well, let's take a look at what might have been the low blow in that round, Bill. And there, you know what? I'm not sure.
It may have been his head.
Yeah, I was just going to say it might not have been a punch. It might have been the headgear.
It might have been the top of his head.
And whatever it was, Mr. Sanchez, I don't see him being an Academy Award-like actor. That looked like that was the real deal.
Yeah, it sure did.
Ouch. Well, we're going to go to the 3rd round here now, and you know, with what we saw there with the standing 8 count, you've got to give Urich the lead, and it would have to more than likely be a knockout for Sanchez to be able to win this one.
It sure looks that way. He did get a few good punches in that 2nd round, but not enough to overcome the job that Urich did, I don't believe.
And we are underway here in this 3rd round. Judge McLaren is I believe our official in the ring right now. Oh, good punches there. Both guys landed a right from each of them pretty squarely. It looked like on the headgear or maybe jaw of the opponent. Sanchez lunged in, punch didn't do much, but his 2nd punch looked like it connected pretty cleanly.
But then a nice counter from Urich.
Right there. A good left hand and good work by the referee to step in quickly. Sanchez, his stride took him underneath the rope, and certainly a dangerous position that the official, the in-ring official, quickly took care of. A good right hand by Sanchez. That might have been his best punch of the night.
And he follows with another right that...
Oh, a great right. Another right, a left. But Urich counters out of the corner and lands a right-left combination. Wild right now from Sanchez, then a left inside by Urich. Best round of the fight for the 2 boxers. Wild right by Sanchez. Urich was able to sidestep that. Left jab by Sanchez downstairs, did not come up with anything over the top there. Right, now a wild right after the first one connected. And Urich right now, and his nose in the right eye area looks pretty flushed. Another right.
He's just trying to stay out of the way, and he can't.
As long as he doesn't go down in this 3rd round, and he won't, and Urich should win this one, but what a gutsy 3rd round by young Mr. Sanchez.
Well, he definitely showed us there how he got to this point in the Golden Gloves tournament.
The 141-pound weight class in this novice division, Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves, 69th year of Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves boxing.
One thing we have to remind ourselves about on the scoring, too, is that we're both looking at this from this one side of the ring.
That's a great point.
We've got judges all around the ring here. They see punches that we don't and vice versa. So this could be a little closer than what we seem to have seen from this side of the ring anyway.
I know that the crowd here certainly appreciated this bout. Probably our most competitive bout to this point tonight. This is our 3rd of what will be 12 bouts. Let's watch some of that really good action in this 3rd round, Bill. And Mr. Sanchez knows he has to be the comeback kid. Whoops.
We went back to the first bout there for a second.
Sanchez in the green, white, and red trunks. Well, it does turn out to be Dan Urich think your point was well taken, Bill, because we saw a lot of real good punches from both guys, and depending upon the angle you were at, you might see one land from one guy and not see one from the other. But when it's all said and done, Dan Urich from the Thread Creek Boxing Club with the first win of the night for that boxing center.
Well, I think we're going to certainly see young Mr. Sanchez back here next year and in years to come, because he certainly has the skills, a lot of power. This opponent here, Urich, I think had everything he could take in that last round. There we see the two boxers, Urich on the left and Sanchez on the right, as they turn around and pose for our camera.
All right.
And they have their hardware with them as well.
You're right. They both have earned the hardware. Well, we're going to stay right here, actually, and not take a break. There you see our ring gals from the local Hooters restaurant. We're going to stay right here as this bout is just about ready to go. Tell you what, let's take a quick look here to show our fans at home what these boxers are working towards here, Bill. Yep. The 69th annual Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves, but it's a stepping stone to maybe bigger and better things up the boxing ladder. The 74th annual state championships will take place Friday, April 29th and Saturday, April 30th in Wyoming, Michigan.
And that Wyoming being a suburb of Grand Rapids. And that is the prelude to the national tournament this year, which is in Little Rock, Arkansas.
All right, let's hear it once again for...
Well, these boxers, like coaches talk about games and opponents. Well, let's look at one opponent at a time. These boxers got to stay focused on the first task at hand of this challenge here, but certainly they know the other opportunities down the road should they continue to win.
Well, and as we started to say early on in our broadcast here, this isn't just about the hardware and isn't just about going to Wyoming and going to the national tournament. A lot of this is just about sportsmanship in general, just adult skills, and as we've been talking about all night, just the opportunities for kids to grow mentally and physically, stay in shape, and learn what sportsmanship is all about. We had a great example of that at the end of that last round, as those two young guys, actually from opposing boxing clubs, got together outside the ring afterwards, put their arms around each other, held up their hardware, and they both took a lot out of this ring with them tonight, even though one with the loss and one with the win.
And now it's time for our fourth bout of the night, and those guys in the ring will try to follow the same principles you just talked about, Bill. And it's going to be a boxer out of the Circa Club, Jason Peterson. He's in the red corner wearing the red and the black, but has the Circa red jersey on. He's going against Arnold Smith from the Sal Boxing Club, who's in all red and black. The Circa jersey's got some yellow in it, right in the middle front. First round of 3 2-minute rounds. Fourth bout of the night, 152-pound weight class. And they are in the middle of the ring, kind of feeling each other out, trying to get an idea of what the other's footwork is going to be like to contest. Up against the ropes, Arnold Smith, but he quickly, with the good footwork, gets off the ropes. When a good left hand lands on the jaw of the Circa boxer, Jason Peterson. Stepping in quickly, Judge McLaren. Call for box as these two guys go back at it. Right hand from Peterson off the right shoulder of Smith. Arnold Smith looking right into the eyes of Jason Peterson. One of the things I've noticed so far, Bill, is the footwork for Smith seems to be a little bit more, well, I don't know if it's better or more comfortable out there against his opponent, but he's been able to step over and around the feet of Peterson and deliver the blow.
He seems a lot more relaxed.
Good left double up with a jab. Right-handed boxer Peterson with the red jersey. Left-hander and Arnold Smith with the black jersey. Opening round of this 152-pound bout. And the bell sounds ending that opening round. Two boxers will go to their corners to get instruction.
You have to wonder how much experience perhaps Peterson has against a left-hander at this age. Maybe not. Maybe he hasn't seen left-handers very often.
Bill, let's take a little bit of that footage that we saw live moments ago.
Smith getting the better of it there.
And you know, one of the things we talked about, the footwork, Smith, after delivering his punch, was in a fundamentally sound position to go and make that next move into Peterson, and Peterson looked like his feet were getting tangled up a little bit there.
Well, he seems to be kind of hopping a little bit. His feet are very tight. He's not loose on his feet. He is certainly trying to get in position, but he's just off his feet and off balance much more so than Smith.
That's Mr. Arnold Smith right there. Whoops. Now we're back to round two. Arnold Smith in the black jersey, black shirt, boxing shirt. Jason Peterson in the red from the Circa Boxing Club. Well, good left-right there by Arnold Smith. The left-right, and the left, the second of the lefts kind of slipped off the shoulder. Peterson with a good overhand right that glanced off the glove and might have caught the shoulder of Arnold Smith. Smith being told to keep his head up. Peterson tries to get inside to Smith, but Smith quickly, with the footwork, able to slip that. Oh, good right hand by Arnold Smith.
And a left to follow.
Peterson's left went off the forearm of Smith. No damage there. Good right lead there. Good right jab. Arnold Smith. Second round of this fourth bout of the night. Left jab there by Peterson.
Surprisingly, Smith being able to get the right in.
And one of the things that I can hear in my headsets, and fans at home can probably hear, and Bill, you talked about the gloves. Anytime there's contact, you hear that doesn't necessarily mean it's hitting in a point type of a punching area. That can be just glancing off of the other glove, the glove of the opponent. Just about through the second round, and the bell sounds to end the second round. And it looks as though Arnold Smith so far working out of the red corner to our left, the Sal Boxing Club, with the advantage through two rounds here over Jason Peterson.
Again, not a lot of scoring in that round, but Smith definitely got the better of the two. He's definitely the more polished boxer, and you know, in balance, in control all the time. Peterson just seems to be a little bit out of control at times, and I think just hasn't figured Smith out yet. Again, I have to wonder how much experience he has against the southpaw.
You know, when you throw that out as a question mark, styles of boxing are very different when you're going against a right-handed opponent versus left-handed. And one of the biggest things is the footwork that you have to make the adjustment with to be able to get inside to land your punches.
And it starts in terms of defense, and it also makes it harder, as you said, to get punches in.
Third round underway with good left jab and then following, or right jab, pardon me, then following with the left Arnold Smith after Peterson had got a good left jab in to start the round. Right-hand attempt by Peterson, and then he ate some leather from Smith, who did a good job with his own jab. Ooh, good left-to-right combination. The right better than the left. The left just glanced off the chin, but the right caught squarely on the mug of Arnold Smith. And the left jab by Peterson. He's not been real effective with it, but he's still trying to work it as part of his game plan. Wild right there. Might have caught a little bit of the headgear, maybe. And Smith
countering. As soon as Peterson gets inside, Bill, Arnold Smith gets very busy with the quick hands that he has.
Drops his head and comes from below.
There you see part of our crowd in the background there. A lot of seats filled up top and everything filled around ringside. Left hand there might have gone off the left glove of Peterson from Smith. Final 10 seconds. And the Circa boxer, Jason Peterson, in the middle. Left hand, but he pays for it with the right from Smith. Peterson, though, countering. I thought I heard somebody thump the mat there for 10 seconds, but obviously more left in the round than that. There's the bell. And the boxers with the hugs in the middle there.
Well, Peterson did a much better job in that round. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get in, score, and get out. He took at least one punch for every one he delivered.
Yeah, let's watch some of that action, Bill, right now. You talk about the fee involved. You know, he did land a punch or two, but boy, Smith's quick hands and the ability with the footwork to get in and counter really negated anything that Peterson was trying to build up.
Yeah, this one probably won't be a tough decision. I think Smith probably won all 3 rounds there, certainly the first 2. Again, Peterson did a good job against a tough fighter.
You see Tony Rockman in the middle. He is awaiting the results as they are being tallied. Ring gals in the background. Boxers in their corners right now having their gloves taken off.
And for
Jason Peterson.
For those fans who happen to venture over to Grand Rapids for the finals, they'll see Tony Rockman in the center of the ring at that event as well.
So he's going to get some extra mileage out of that tuxedo.
Yes, he is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we have your decision. 152 pounds in the novice division, and your winner, boxing out of the blue corner, representing yesterday.
And the blue corner is the corner of Arnold Smith. And Arnold Smith out of the Sal Boxing Club in Clarkston, Michigan. Dale Grable's Boxing Club getting the victory, and that's round or bout number 4 here tonight in the books. And we're going to take a timeout. There you see your winner, Arnold Smith, in the 152-pound weight class. We'll be back with bout number 5, the 165-pound weight class in the novice division, right after this timeout. You're watching Championship Fight Night with the Golden Gloves of Eastern Michigan through Comcast Local Network and your Championship Sports Productions team.
Sports Extra 1330 WTRX is where you can tune your radio dial to the mail room, where sports is dished out every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to noon. Host Doug Fisher and his team of co-hosts, Ricky Hampton from the Flint Journal, Tom Skinner from Championship Sports Productions, and former Detroit Lions quarterback Urich will cover everything in your world of sports. Whether it's local, statewide, or around the nation, Sports Extra 1330 WTRX is your place to score for sports.
Welcome back to the Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves Championship Fight Night, 69th Championship Fight Night here from Flint, and along with Bill Black, Tom Skinner here as we see action in the center of the ring. Some of the local boxing clubs being recognized, Bill, and you know, you talked about all the boxing clubs that have come back or been started in the last year. 7 boxing clubs, 20 now represented here with Golden Gloves in this 69th year, and some of those people who are help making it possible for the youngsters, you can see right in the center of the ring right now, being recognized and honored. And you know what, it doesn't happen without a lot of good people working behind the scenes.
A lot of good people, all volunteer efforts. You know, obviously there's expenses involved. People put up their own hard-earned money to build rings, to put together rings for training. And it's kind of a labor of love. They do it for the kids. They do it for the sport of boxing.
You know, you talk about the money involved, Bill, that's donated by the local businesses to help to defray some of the costs here. You know, one of the things that you see with the people being recognized, the people out taking tickets, the people working around the ring, you know, some of them maybe necessarily aren't the deep pockets or even the average size pockets maybe of some of our local business owners. But one of the things that everybody can give is their time. And you talk about the volunteerism. Doesn't happen, doesn't work without people giving hours and time and energy.
And you don't have to have a boxing background to participate in these clubs. All you need to do is have, as you said, the time. As we look at one of our boxers coming up in the next event here. This group just leaving the ring now that we showed a minute ago here. It's a group from Irish Hills down near Ann Arbor, south of Ann Arbor. They've had a storied history here with the Eastern Michigan Association, have placed a lot of good boxers in the finals here and in the state event as well, including some female boxers. They've had great success over the years with some of their young lady boxers.
Bob Kerr, is the head of that Irish Hills Knights of Columbus Boxing Club, and I'm a Knights of Columbus member at my church in Clio, so can appreciate the Irish Hills group. And we're getting set here to go. Hey, that guy looks familiar in the blue shirt there. I appreciate your making your calendar clear, making it possible to work with us here tonight. It looks like our next bout, I saw a guy just a moment ago getting ready to go, but I see a gal getting ready to go as well over here, so I'm not sure which bout we're going to have next year. We will get it confirmed. No, it's going to be the guys, and then
actually we're scheduled for 2 more men's bouts before the ladies. Okay. Not sure if it'll follow that pattern, but that's the way it looks here right now.
Okay. Already okay.
But you're right, I did see one of the ladies over here. In fact, I see the other one over here now. So
she's getting taped up, I think, with
the ladies are getting ready.
Puts her gloves on, and we're just about set here for the introductions. Gabriel Hemingway out of the Sal Boxing Club will take on Jeffrey Martin out of the American Boxing and Athletic Association. That's the ABAA club. This is a 165-pound novice weight bout. 69th Golden Gloves for Eastern Michigan. There you see one of the ring gals. That's the gal we saw in the background there just a moment ago, the brief glimpse, who's getting ready. She's a couple of bouts away from her opportunity here with championship fight night.
May not be able to see him real well, but on the right side of the screen, getting his boxer ready from the SAL organization is Dale Grabels. We mentioned Dale's name a few times here tonight. Dale with a long and very successful history in boxing, especially here in Michigan. There's Dale getting his boxer ready. Dale just gives all of his time to this effort. And it is, as I said before, a labor of love. He does it because he loves the sport. He wants to see these young boxers do well. He wants to make sure that they stay safe. He really covers all the bases for these young kids and really builds them not into just good boxers, but good citizens, good sports people as well.
You know what you just described of characteristics with Dale Grabel and all he does for his boxers, I think it would fit the gentleman that sits to our left now, Joe Bird from the Joe Bird Boxing Academy, Bill Black, of course, from Comcast.
My pleasure, Joe. Nice to meet you.
Joe, thanks for sitting in with us here for this bout. It's a bout that's going to feature Gabriel Hemingway out of the Sal Boxing Club. He is in the red corner, and he is wearing the all black with the jersey and the boxing trunks. And out of the American Boxing and Athletic Association, Jeff Martin in the white with the green. But Joe Bird, good to see you. Another good year with the 69th Golden Gloves.
Yeah, a real good year. We really happy, you know, by being a Thursday night. It ain't too bad.
And with this bout, we are in the 165-pound novice weight class. 4 bouts have already gone into the books. And along with Joe Bird to my left, Bill Black to my right, Tom Skinner here with the rest of the Championship Sports Production crew. And first round, and both boxers with long reaches, and they're using them.
Yeah.
Jeff Smith has to readjust his headgear. He in the white with the green trim. Mr.
Mr. Hemingway delivering some big punches so far out of the Sal Boxing Club. Opening round, they trade jabs that both seem to land. That's tough when the reach is about the same and you both throw jabs. Now you're both going to eat a little bit of leather.
Yeah, that's true.
Joe, in a bout like this, what are you telling your boxer in the opening round here, going out against an opponent you maybe haven't seen a whole lot? What are you trying to stress as being most important?
Well, the main thing, the young man here from Sal with the black on, he's muscle bound, and you can carry him a couple rounds, that blood ain't gonna suck through the muscles. And I just tell him to keep him making fight. This is what he does. Stay on him, and he'll beat him.
Jeff Martin with the break call made. Jeff Martin bleeding from the nose right now, and now the boxer's instructed to box. Martin with a pretty good comeback in the last 20 seconds or so, 30 seconds after it looked like he might have caught a couple of good punches from Gabriel Hemingway. And the bell sounds ending the first round.
And he finishes with a good punch there.
He sure does.
Hemingway is a hard puncher. He knocked out most of all his opponents anyway. But this young man here, he's game. He'll be there. And to get into the third round, you're going to see a difference in the fight, I think.
You know what? When you talk about the rounds and the stamina, as Bill and I saw the first bout unfold, junior division, 201-pound weight class, you could definitely see the tank running out of energy along the way. But as the bouts have progressed, I think we've seen the boxers be able to balance the energy they expend a little bit, and they don't run out of gas as quickly.
Yeah.
In fact, let's take a look at some action right now. Yeah. There you see the red corner with Gabriel Hemingway. Hemingway in the all black.
Yeah, Hemingway is a strong puncher. Strong.
And the bell sounds as we are ready to go here in round number 2. Again, Jeff Martin in the white with the green trim. Gabriel Hemingway in the black shirt and boxing trunks. And Hemingway, good footwork, but he is being called to keep the head up. Looked like he might be a candidate to get pinned in the corner, but the quick feet got him out of it. Round number 2 of this scheduled 3-round bout. Oh, good counter punching by Hemingway after Martin had hit him with a good left-right combination. Martin off balance. That's one thing that Martin's balance has been a little bit suspect at times. He's been top heavy as he's tried to attack Bill, and now we're going to have a timeout call. As I believe we've got a head gear challenge. Yep.
Well, and as Joe suggested earlier, Hemingway is really starting to warm up. His arms are starting to get looser now, and he's really starting to throw his punches much better than he did the first round.
Definitely the more muscled of the two, and I say that, and Jeff Martin is ripped pretty good himself.
Yeah. Jeff Martin gonna probably take it in third round if he can't get Martin out of there. Because he's getting tired. You can see his mouth opening.
Really sucking a lot of air right now.
Yeah.
A little more than halfway through the second round. Good right hand by Hemingway.
Caught Martin off balance there.
You know, and that's one of the things, that's a great point, Bill, because it wasn't necessarily a monster punch, but you combine a good solid punch with Hemingway or Martin being off balance, and it's very, very effective. Martin looking for his spots. Left jab there keeps Martin at bay, or pardon me, Hemingway at bay. Martin just trying to find a chance to get in here. Hemingway has delivered most of the big point-type punches so far. And the bell sounds.
Low blow on the hip there right at the end that Spence Carpenter warned young Hemingway about.
So 2 rounds now completed in this 3-round bout. Let's take a look at some of the action in that second round. Martin in the white with the green trim. Hemingway with the jab, and then the right hand. Oh, and then a left and a right. You know, Joe, when you talk about boxing and you talk about trying to accomplish some of these goals throughout a round, combining punches effectively
is a huge way to add points up quickly, and that was a good example where Hemingway, with a couple of combinations that connected both with the left-right and the left-right.
Yeah, the way they got these, they got the clickers here now, and every time a punch land, they click. It ain't like the old days. You sit there after the round, you judge it. Every time a punch land, they click it. Whatever in there they don't know, till they add it up.
And the bell sounds to start the third round. Martin met more than halfway across the ring by Hemingway, and now a second caution. Not a warning, but a caution. I misspoke earlier when I said warning. A warning would be a point deduction, but caution now for the second time by Hemingway with a punch to the thigh. Hemingway in the black boxing trunks and jersey and shirt. Martin going combinations.
Martin going to take him out.
I think that's the only way Martin can win is to take him out. Hemingway now bleeding from the mouth after Martin was bleeding from the nose in the first two rounds. In fact, from the nose as well. Now a big right hand by Martin and a left. Hemingway on the ropes, and he's in trouble. This crowd on their feet. Vince Carpenter calls him to the center of the ring, where they both eat left hands there. Hemingway, left hand short. Martin's is on the button.
Martin has got the more scoring blows right on the shot. Hemingway trying to survive now.
Hemingway being told to keep the head up. And if he can survive this third round, Hemingway will win. But right now, Martin throwing punches left and right. Oh, a big right hand. Standing 8 count. Will there be enough time left in the round for Martin to be able to come all the way back? You know, Joe Bird, as you watch this as a boxing coach, you tell your kids never give up. Good example of it with Jeff Martin in this third round.
Never give up.
As he punched himself out, though. Good left hand, now another good left hand. And Hemingway starting to come back. Oh, uppercut misses. Oh, a good right and left. Uppercut. Hemingway's in trouble.
Martin has got this fight. He's going to go down.
Oh, and he's being cautioned for pulling the head while punching. And the bell's going to sound. And I think Hemingway has survived. And you know what? When this round ended, Hemingway started to go back to his corner. And Bill, I don't know if you saw it or not, but you were talking about the class and the way Dale Grable works with his boxers. Before his boxer came back to his corner, Dale pointed over to the other corner, to the opponent's corner, and Hemingway turned right around, walked over, and congratulated his opponent.
Yeah, that's right. That's still good sportsmanship.
Very good sportsmanship, Joe Bird. Let's take a look at some of that action from what I think was the best round that maybe we've seen here tonight.
Certainly the best of the night.
One of the better fights tonight. I think Martin got the decision, though.
Do you think Martin had enough in one of the other two rounds?
I think he threw enough punches. Did he go with clippers?
Did they go punches overall?
Yeah, with the clippers.
So it's not just per round, it's punches overall. Okay. Wow, so this could be a Jeff Martin win.
Yeah, I think Martin will get this.
Wow.
Because he threw enough punches in the third round to win the whole fight.
Well,
Scoring blows.
A big, looked like there's a little bit of a welt there on the left side of the eye area.
Yeah, that was a
Gabriel Hemingway. There you saw Hemingway, and now Martin. Martin boxing out of the American Boxing and Athletic Association out of Bay City with Art Dorr.
And Murray Sutherland.
And Murray Sutherland, who was a pretty good boxer in his day as well. Bird here. I forgot about the clicker part, and it's a total number of punches landed.
Yeah.
He didn't just tell us who the winner was going to be. He told us 15 seconds into the first round exactly how the whole thing was going to go.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been there
a couple times. Well, Jeff Martin will take away the championship hardware in this 165-pound bout, and we've got 5 bouts in the books. We'll take a timeout. There you see your winner with championship fight night with the Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves Boxing, and we'll be back with bout number 6 right after this timeout. Skip's Come Back In, located in downtown Flushing, is now open 7 days a week.
Skips has many all-inclusive lunch specials for $6 or less, Monday through Friday. Skips is also a great place to go for dinner and cold spirits, for many other good time opportunities with friends, family, or coworkers after you finish your workday. Start with a visit to Skips. Dale Harris and his Skips Come Back In team invites you to come back in to Skips in downtown Flushing. Welcome back ringside here at Ronnie's Hockey and World Event Center in Flint, Michigan, along with Bill Black, Tom Skinner here, as we've got 5 bouts that are already in the books tonight with the 69th annual Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves Championship Fight Night. And, you know, Bill, I forgot all about the clicker scoring, and I apologize to fans out there. It's not a round by round per se. It's number of punches landed in each of those rounds that are added up, you know, with the round before and then after 3 rounds. And Jeff Martin with the win over Gabriel Hemingway.
Well, just to clarify a little bit more, 3 punches difference is good for, let's say, a 10-9 score. If there's more than 3 punches difference, it's 10-8. If there's more than 6 punches difference, it can be 10-7.
Gotcha.
So you can really rack up some points, as Joe pointed out, by scoring heavily in one round.
Okay. Appreciate that update as well. And now with our 6th bout of the night in the novice division, and it's the 178-pound weight class. Leandre Carr will take, Leandre Carr in the red corner with the purple, fighting out of the Joe Bird Boxing Academy, will take on Lionel Brown. And Lionel out of the red corner is in the black and the gold. And lots of action in this opening round.
Yeah, I think the feeling out period for these guys was about 3 seconds.
That long, huh?
Well, that's how long it took them to get to the center of the ring.
Well, that's true. Okay. A good right hand, left hand by Leandre Carr. Both guys out there with long reaches.
Leandre's getting everything into it. He's even thrown a couple elbows in there.
He fights out of Lionel Brown fights out of the FWC Boxing Club. And we've got a call to...
Got a headgear problem.
Leandre Carr to go to the neutral corner. And we've got a strap that's come loose. And, you know, that's one of those things, Bill. We've talked in the very first bout before it even started. Spence Hamilton in here, Spence Carpenter, pardon me, and some of the other officials that'll be working safety first. And that's one of those things that if that strap, maybe in a clinch situation, were to graze a cheekbone or even around the eye, or it could be something that could draw a cut. They make sure that that's taken care of. Against the ropes, Carr now trying to work out of the ropes there as Lionel Brown lands some punches. Carr, though, steps around and...
Nice right.
Good counter punch. This is the first round of 3.
If it goes that long.
Now Lionel Brown has Carr backed up in his own corner. Carr trying to counter punch off it, but Brown landing some good punches of his own. And Bill, this is one of those situations, you talked about it earlier, the coaches for these two boxers can't yell anything, and that was a situation where in his own corner...
He would have been telling him to get out of there, get out of the corner.
But he can't do that. Nope. The boxer has to work his way out, and Carr did that. Leandre Carr in the purple with the gold top. And with the gold trunks and the black, Lionel Brown. Let's watch some of the action from that round, Bill. There you see against the ropes is Carr, but he'll work his way out of that. But he takes a little bit of punishment to get out of there. Oh, good right hand.
Great shot by our camera crew here, too.
Yes, very nice work by the crew. David Obershaw is our director. And we've got a full crew working around the rings here, around the ring tonight. There you see some work in the corner there. Youngster getting some water to try to replenish the engine a little bit if he can. There you see in the Joe Bird Boxing Academy corner, Leandre Carr getting some instruction.
I wouldn't be surprised if our judges wore out their clickers on that round.
Another good round. We've had back-to-back good rounds. The final round of the previous bout with Gabriel Cunningham and Jeff Martin. And then the opening round here, very good. Round number 2 is underway right now, and we don't have to wait long for the action to start. Lionel Brown has Carr backed into the neutral corner up to our right. Oh, and Carr taking some leather there. Another good right hand by Lionel Brown. And you can hear the oohs and ahs from the crowd around us. Carr needs to get some punches combined here. As quickly as he started, Lionel Brown has done a good bit of catching up in a hurry as well. And the clickers, you're right. I wonder if they got backup clickers.
They certainly need them tonight.
Ooh, good right hand on a tired jaw of Carr from Brown.
But he fights back.
He sure does. Break is the call from Spence Carpenter, as Leandre Carr had kind of sagged into the ropes. Oh, good left hand. Another
right
good
on the
left
button.
hand. Then a left-right combination by Carr, but Brown just continues to plow forward. Whoa, on the break. And Spence Carpenter quickly getting in there to make sure that the break call is adhered to. Just about through this second round, Leandre Carr is going to get a standing 8 count. He is really running out of gas. And this 8 count is going to coincide with the bell ending this second round. Nope, it's not. Carr in the purple trunks, gold trim. Ooh, and Lionel Brown in the gold trunks, landing some punches in combinations. Bell sounds to end the second round.
Well, and Carr, I think, taking some pleasure in the fact that he hasn't gone down. There hasn't been a huge impact on him from the standpoint of all of those punches hitting his head. The problem is everyone is a point. Everyone's a click, as Joe reminded us.
There you see the Carr of Leandre, or the corner, pardon me, of Leandre Carr momentarily. Let's watch some of the action from that round now, Bill. That was the second round of 3. Oh, good right hand as we started from Lionel Brown. You know, he's getting that right hand over the top. And Carr, Leandre Carr, just dropping the gloves for a moment, and Brown gets over there quickly.
And just the opposite of what we saw in the last fight. Carr's not paying the price for it.
I thought we saw a clicker a moment ago, but that's actually the
no, that was
stopwatch.
a stopwatch. Yeah, we'll get a shot of one of those clickers.
Third round underway, fast and furious. Lionel Brown out there with the gold trunks, delivering haymakers. Oh, nice sidestep by Carr. He got a punch in, but Brown counters with a couple. Now Carr's got Brown down the ropes, and Spence Carpenter, it looked like he was going to jump in there for a moment, but they worked their way off the ropes. Terrific bout. We thought the last one was the best of the night. This one with round-to-round action, end-to-end action each round, might be the best. Wow. Lionel Brown waited, kind of teed it up, and then fired, and Carr didn't even move. Just waited for the punch to land. There you see Carr in the purple trunks, off the ropes now. Brown in the gold. You know, both these guys, their arms have got to feel like lead weights. Well, they throw rights that meet right in the middle of the ring, glove on glove. Now Carr trying to come back.
right hand, left hand. Most of those punches, although they might be landing with both boxers, not a lot on them. Very good look, a good look from down low, ringside. Both boxers very tired. Bill, these guys are just going on adrenaline now.
All I can think of is for those of us that are old enough to remember that game, Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm thinking as I'm watching these two guys go at it.
I'll tell you, much of this crowd on their feet here applauding these two boxers. And let's take a look at some of the action in that third round. Even though there was a lot of action in that round, it might have been the slowest of the three.
It certainly was. And you won't see a lot of defense from either of these fighters. Brown at least tries to slip some of these punches. Carr just got his head in there all the time, and he's just throwing everything he can. It's just leather after leather.
Well, there you see the gals from the Hooters restaurant. They've been carrying the cards, the round by round cards tonight.
And presenting the trophies.
Tell you what, second place isn't so bad when you got one of those gals giving that to you.
Maybe that's why even the losers are smiling when they leave the ring. Still waiting for the decision.
Adding the scorecards up, and you know what? They have to go to the new math with this, with all the different punches thrown there. Got the calculators out. Don't forget to carry the 3.
He might have needed a computer to tally these cards.
And well-deserved round of applause.
I'm going to say Brown is our winner.
Your champion, representing the Joburg Boxing Academy of
Wow.
All right, we'll see you guys in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Well, Leandre Carr. Did he say Leandre Carr with the win?
No, Brown.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I couldn't hear very well either, but...
Well, you know what? I heard him say out of the Joe Bird Boxing Academy, but I wasn't sure.
Well, sorry it took us a couple minutes to figure that out because of all the noise in here.
And you know what? I gotta apologize to those boxers, and I've got my glasses on here too, but I wrote down Leandre Carr in the purple, and he was actually in the black and the gold.
And the gold, right?
Yep.
Right.
So Carr does get the win. Or check that, Lionel Brown gets the win, and oh no, pardon me, red corner. Did he say the Joe Bird Boxing Academy, or did he say red? Joe Bird, red corner. Okay,
right.
so
it was Carr. So we both had those boxers backwards, and we'll have to apologize for that because I also thought Brown was in the gold trunks.
And you know what? Well, there's much leather that was being thrown there. It was easy to get confused as to, all the punches being landed there. But Leandre Carr out of the Joe Bird Boxing Academy with the win. Well, right now it looks as though we have a bit of an intermission, and after the win by Leandre Carr out of the red corner, we'll take a timeout. Halfway through our championship fight night with the Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves 69th tournament here in Flint. We'll take a timeout. Come back with the second half of our card right after this. This game of the week, if you will, broadcast being brought to you by Championship Sports Productions and your Comcast local network.
Borden's Pharmacy have been taking care of your prescription and over-the-counter needs in the Clio area for decades. The friendly team at Borden's Pharmacy provides outstanding, caring service 7 days a week. And for those homebound in the Clio area, Borden's Pharmacy has a delivery program to assist you with your individual needs. Whether it's a prescription, greeting cards, or other family care needs, you can get it all, including a smile from your friends at Borden's Pharmacy in Clio.
Welcome back to Championship Fight Night with the 69th Annual Golden Gloves Tournament for Eastern Michigan. And we are coming to you from Flint, Michigan with Championship Sports Productions through your Comcast local networks. And here in the greater Flint area, it's channel 70. And the Comcast local network is channel 98. You see all kinds of terrific sports coming to you both with channel 70 and Comcast local 98. And right now we're going to bout number 7 of the night, along with Bill Black. I'm Tom Skinner, and it's going to be a women's novice division bout. Amber Payne in the red corner. And I'll tell you what, Bill, if you're going to be in boxing, that's not a bad last name to have.
Now, if you can deliver it.
She's going to take on Jamie Villanueva. It's Payne out of the American Boxing and Athletic Association club in Bay City. Art Door. She'll be taking on the young lady from the Joe Bird Boxing Academy, Jamie Villanueva. And in the red corner, that's going to be Amber Payne. Actually, they've got bouts underway here. Amber Payne from the American Boxing and Athletic Association in the red corner. Well, a lot of pain being delivered here early.
Yes.
Tell you, with weather for dinner, I don't know what you're going to have for dessert, but ouch. Lots of big punches thrown here. Well, with Bill Black, Tom Skinner, opening round of this women's bout. Only women's bout on the card here tonight.
And we've been talking about footwork from time to time. Amber Payne out of the Door camp in Bay City, looking a little bit better in terms of footwork so far.
It's one thing, the crowds seem to be in every one of these fights, and you've got the coaching from the coaches ringside, not in their corners, but with the fans. Shouts and screams of encouragement, just as much as we've had from the guys. Ooh, right, left as the boxers work out of that corner. Not a lot of feeling out in this opening round, about as much as that last bout. As soon as they got to the center of the ring, they pretty much knew what they wanted to do. Well, good luck.
Wow, that's the best punch of the night here. This fight, anyway.
Oh, and a backhander out of the blue corner. And there are your clickers, Bill Black, and fans at home.
And the judge writing down the clicker count so that he can clear it for the next round.
So Amber Payne, let's watch some of the action here. Amber Payne in the blue, working out of the red corner. Now, the quick pick, now that was the action now in that first period, first round. We saw good combinations, looked a little bit more boxing-like combinations out of that red corner with Amber Payne in the all blue with the trunks and the boxing jersey.
It took her a little bit longer than Villanueva to get into that round, but when she finally got going, I think she scored probably better overall.
So with the red, that is Jamie Villanueva, Amber Payne in the blue.
And we saw the judge give the caution to Villanueva at the start of the round about that backhand she threw at the end of the last round.
Villanueva off balance, trying to kind of muscle Payne into the ropes, but Payne worked her way off the ropes and delivered some. Good left-right combination. Oh, and Villanueva with a good left-right. It looks as though Villanueva's punches are more rounded punches with very little base, and you see Amber Payne, when she delivers those punches, there's a crispness to them with a good wide stance, good foundation.
Definitely a good boxing style from Payne. A little more patient.
A good left-right combination. It's going to be a standing 8 count. Payne goes to the neutral corner.
Good move there by the referee for that standing 8 count. Make sure that she wasn't hurt.
This is the second round of a scheduled 3-rounder. And Payne really adding the points up big time here. Villanueva flush in the face. Oh, good right over the top. Just a glancing blow, but just mechanically sound, following the left with the overhand.
And a little bit of blood now from the nose of Villanueva.
Wow, and she took a big breath of air there. Her punches more push punches than Payne's, who's really are punches that she is fundamentally stepping into with each of her punches. And that's going to be all. The referee has ended this contest. As
well, the Villanueva corner not real happy with that, but I think that was the right call.
Well, the referee making sure that the safety of the fighter is first and foremost. And let's take a look at a little bit of that second round, the final round of this bout, actually.
I think what you'll see here, and this is the reason why the referee stopped the fight, is that Villanueva is unable to defend herself here.
Great
Virtually
point.
Everything that Amber Payne throws is landing.
That was just before the start of the standing 8 count that we saw just ending there as the referee was going to begin his count. And this is the first bout of the night, Bill, that hasn't gone the distance.
That's correct. That's correct. And that's not unusual at this level. These are obviously the best boxers in the tournament. And they're in the best shape, best conditioning, and probably better defensively, although we didn't see that in this particular fight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, RSC referee stops the contest with just seconds to go in the second round. The winner in the red corner, boxing out of the ABA.
So Amber Payne, and we kiddingly talked about her name, the last name at the beginning of the bout, but she lived up to it.
She certainly did. She came through there. I'll tell you, she's a good-looking boxer. You know, we mentioned her footwork early on. We mentioned her style. The one thing that we didn't bring up that I thought was important for her is the fact that she never quit throwing combinations. It wasn't 1 or 2 punches and then out. She just kept throwing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 punches until her opponent finally covered up or got out of the way.
And you know what? If we turn the pages back to that first round, it was Villanueva that was the aggressor and had Payne on the ropes until Payne was kind of able to get a feel for what was happening. And her footwork, I thought, was the big difference.
Yeah, it just seemed like it took her about 30 seconds to get warmed up in that first round. But after that, it was all Amber Payne.
Amber Payne wins it in this 7th bout of the night. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with bout number 8. It's going to be the final novice bout of the night. And that'll be in the 201+ pound weight class. That and more with our Championship Sports Productions Championship Fight Night with the 69th Golden Gloves coming to you via the Comcast local network. Food. Whether it's with your family, friends, or your coworkers, for lunch or for dinner, Luigi's El Toro's is looking forward to celebrating their 50-year anniversary with you throughout the entire 2005 year. So stop by and visit your friends at Luigi's El Toro's as they serve up their famous thin crust pizza and lots of other fine Italian food. And welcome back to Pirani's Hockey and World Event Center in Flint. At the corner of Lapeer and Naval, it's Championship Fight Night with the 69th Annual Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves. And there you see in the blue corner, that is
Nicholas Hatcher.
Nicholas Hatcher out of the Davison Boxing Club. The Davison Club with Arnold Wells. And Arnie Wells, well, that's a name that's been around for a long time in boxing circles. One of the real good ones. And like so many of these others, Dale Grable, Dale Grable and Joe Bird and all the rest, Jesse Asensio, giving back with his work as a boxing coach and running a boxing club. We are waiting to see his opponent, Theodis Nunn, out of the Joe Bird Boxing Academy. And Nunn right now is off to the side across the way from us. And Bill, it looks like they're still working on his headgear over there.
Looks like they're trying to get the headgear on straight.
Get it snapped up.
I'm sure giving him some final words of advice and encouragement.
This is a big fella.
I know that Ken Dinnan was a little bit worried about what kind of a crowd he was going to have here tonight. This is a fantastic crowd for this event.
Yeah, it's turned out well. And you know what? At this time of year, and especially with the weather that's projected for Saturday, those honeydew lists on a day like this on Thursday with the beautiful weather we've got outside certainly might slow some people down in getting over here. But we've got a really good crowd here tonight, and we wish Ken Dinnan the best. You know, this is a guy that through the years has given so much time, so much energy, and he's just like the others, Joe Bird and Dale Grable and the rest, has done so much to help provide terrific boxing opportunities for so many young people here in the greater Flint area and throughout eastern Michigan.
Well, as Theodis Nunn now finally makes his way into the ring, let's not forget that there's no Stanley Cup playoffs this year either. So
that's
another
true.
reason for folks to come out tonight instead of sitting at home in front of the tube.
Theodis Nunn will be in all black. He's got the black trunks, the boxing trunks, and then the black jersey. Theodis Nunn in the red corner. And Nicholas Hatcher out of the Davison Boxing Club, 201 pounds plus. He will be in the blue corner, and these are big fellas. I don't think you want to either catch these guys in a dark alley or get behind them in a buffet line.
No, they both look like they're not missing any meals, but they're also not missing any workouts either. Two very well in shape guys, as I'm sure we'll see them get even better and better as we work our way out of this novice class and into the open class.
And they, with the arms, they've obviously done some work on the weights. The big guns there with the biceps and triceps as well. Still some work being done in the corner over there. I'm not sure if it's the headgear or just what now, or maybe it's the mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece now, I think.
Yeah, that's not a small detail when it comes to equipment.
It's tape.
Uh-oh.
They're
working on a glove?
And I think they're maybe working on a strap on his shorts there.
I know during the intermission, Bill, and speaking of Bill Black, who doubles during his day job with Comcast as general manager in Flint, tonight working boxing. We had a chance to visit with Dale Grable during the intermission, and any chance we might have a visit from him a little bit later?
Well, Dale said he would stop by later. Right now, I think Dale is thinking about the final bout of the night. He's got one of the top bouts coming up at the very end, going up against a fighter from the Irish Hills Club in the very last fight of the night. But he did promise me he'd stop by, so hopefully he'll get a chance to fulfill that promise.
Jonathan Abrams is his boxer, who will be going in that final bout of the night.
Against Santos Martinez.
Jonathan Abrams, the novice Eastern Michigan and state champ from last year, so that'll be the final bout of the night. I guess it's kind of fitting to have one of the state champs going at it in the final bout. Now the crowd here, very, very vocal as the boxers meet it at the center of the ring.
Supporters for both of these boxers here.
And we await the sound of the bell to get things started in round one.
Now, I don't profess to be an expert on high school football in this area, but I think my partner is. Are those Davison's high school colors that Hatcher has on?
They certainly are.
Okay.
Maroon and gold. Hatcher in a neutral corner across the way, countering punches that Theodis Nunn's trying to land. And Nunn being warned for the elbow. You talked about football. That was a kind of a football forearm. Hatcher in the corner. Nunn trying to work on it. Hatcher covering up. Counters with a body punch.
and goes up top over the left arm of Theodis Nunn. Nunn not getting much out of this corner work right now with Hatcher against the ropes.
He's getting punches in, though. Remember, that's keeping those flickers going, Tom.
That's right.
Hatcher definitely scoring the better of the punches, but Nunn is really counting them up.
And now he's added a couple of good ones, a left and a right. And Hatcher needs to get off those ropes because Nunn having a chance to pile them up. A little trash talking maybe with the
Yeah, we saw the caution from the referee.
Nunn coming in with his head down, and Hatcher was able to land a couple of punches there in combination. Good right hand by Hatcher.
Best right of the night by Hatcher.
Slowed Nunn right in his tracks.
That's the first time he's really had any impact. And there's another one right on the top of the head.
Oh, and another left. Uppercut.
Nunn's starting to feel it now.
Round coming to a close here. Now the referee's going to caution with the push.
There's a lot of it. As Hatcher points out, they're both doing a lot of pushing.
Yes. But Hatcher's job is to box, and the refereeing will be left to the gentleman without the headgear on.
Well, they're definitely not out of win because we saw some trash talking there right at the end of the round, too.
Let's take a look at some of the action in that opening round. That's a little dancing there. There's a push going a good left there. Good left jab.
Yeah, this
there.
is actually towards the end of the round.
With the uppercut there. Like that left that's going to finish there. Just a glancing blow off the top, but as long as it's met squarely on the front of that glove, that's going to be a point.
Now, some fans might not agree with it, but I think that's the
second round here is Hatcher trying to keep Nunn off his front side. He was pushing him right into the ropes. Hatcher works him off the ropes. Now the uppercut glancing off the gloves of Nunn. Oh, and there's a shot right to the stomach. And it's going to be a standing 8 count. Hatcher caution to get over in the neutral corner.
Nunn is hurt, was keeping the right side of his face away from Hatcher. Just turned away from him. There, and you see him do it again.
And a good left to the side of the face of Theodis Nunn.
You got to wonder if he didn't hurt his jaw with that vicious left hand of his.
Oh, big right hand. That brings the crowd to their feet. Apologize for the loss of audio there at the start of the round, but I'll tell you what, the big sounds being landed now that you can see and hear coming from Nicholas Hatcher out of Davison. Second standing 8 count that Nunn has received. Theodis Nunn taking lefts and rights. And Hatcher trying to put him away in the second round, and the fight's over. Nicholas Hatcher with a relentless pounding in the second round. And the Hatcher crowd here very, very happy.
Hatcher with a lot of power from both sides. He threw a couple lefts there towards the end of the fight that darn near knocked Nunn down. Pretty impressive for a right-handed boxer.
And you know what? In this arena here, Bill, 4 people have headgear on, and I'm glad ours have microphones because those were some big punches.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take one shot from either of those guys.
Let's take a look now at some of the action from that second round. A round that ends this fight. Hatcher in the gold just laying big punches on That was the start of one of the two standing 8 counts before Theodis Brown saw the fight called in favor of Hatcher.
I wouldn't be surprised to find out that Nunn either has a broken jaw or a broken cheekbone on that right side of his face. And there's the end of the fight right there.
Theodis Nunn will get his runner-up hardware, and Nicholas Hatcher with the championship hardware as he heads out to celebrate with his family and friends. Bout number 8 goes to the Davison Boxing Club with Nicholas Hatcher winning out of the blue corner. We'll be back with our 9th bout of the night, the first of 4 in the open division, and it should be a real dandy. 2 winners from last year. 1 boxer moves up a weight division, and they'll go at it for championship hardware right after this timeout. Sports Extra 1330 WTRX is where you can tune your radio dial to the mail room, where sports is dished out every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to noon. Host Doug Fisher and his team of co-hosts, Ricky Hampton from the Flint Journal, Tom Skinner from Championship Sports Productions, and former Detroit Lions quarterback Urich will cover everything in your world of sports. Whether it's local, statewide, or around the nation, Sports Extra 1330 WTRX is your place to Welcome back to Brownies Hockey and World Event Center. There you see bout number 9 tonight. Mauricio Ortiz out of the Azteca Boxing Club. He'll box out of the red corner. He'll be in the green and the yellow. He's out of the red corner, out of the Azteca Boxing Club. And he'll be taking on Joshua Rivas out of the American Boxing and Athletic Association. And Rivas will be in the blue with the gold trim. And Bill, last year, and for boxing fans at home, Mauricio Ortiz boxing in the 125-pound weight class was a champion, and Joshua Rivas, the 132-pound champ, and they're going at it here tonight. Both champions from last year, and this is a terrific bout on paper. Let's see if it plays out in the ring.
And this is our first open bout of the night.
That's right, good reminder there. First open bout, first of 4 here to close the card out. So good combinations exchanged. In the blue and the gold, it's Joshua Rivas. He's against the ropes right now as Ortiz switches position. He now is against the ropes. Ortiz with the gold trim with the blue trunks. Now Rivas with the combination there and the arms and glancing blows off the gloves of Ortiz. Opening round of this three-round bout, along with Bill Black, Tom Skinner here, working behind the scenes. David Obershaw is our director, and terrific Championship Sports Productions crew working all around the arena. Spence Carpenter is in the middle as our referee. A little more than halfway through the first round. Good right hand over the top there by Ortiz. Ortiz sends Rivas off the ropes there. Rivas tries to counter his way off the ropes, but goes from one set of ropes to another. Rivas now tries to box his way off the ropes, does so as they move closer to the center of the ring. Oops, now right over above us. Ortiz delivering
some of the mail postage due. Both boxers right-handed. Oh, good punch there. Might have been a little low. And the bell will sound. And you know what? Rivas took that punch. Looked like a little bit low, but Bill, he didn't go down in pain like we saw a couple of bouts earlier.
No, it didn't seem to affect him at all. And it looked like a pretty good shot.
Let's watch some of that work in that opening round. Let's see if maybe we'll catch that. This is opening round action. And Ortiz with the green trunks, yellow trim, and looks like he maybe had the better in that opening round.
Probably a few more clicks for Mr. Ortiz in that round. It was a good round, though, for both fighters.
Ortiz out of the Azteca Boxing Club. That's in Sylvan Lake. Azteca Youth Enrichment Boxing Club. Robert Paramo, the head of that club.
And you can tell both of these boxers are former champions. They know what they're doing out there.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Bell sounds to start the second round. Again, a reminder, Rivas in the blue and the gold, in the blue headgear. Looks like blood coming from the nose of Rivas. Ortiz with the green and white headgear. He also has the green with the gold trim boxing trunks. Good right hand by Ortiz after combination by Rivas. Rivas takes a combination from Ortiz right there. Now an overhand right after the left went to the body. Good right after the left to the body, set it up. Now Rivas trying to do a little work with Ortiz on the ropes, but Ortiz doesn't stay there long. Ortiz in the green and the yellow trunks, and Bill, he won at the lighter weight class last year. He's moved up 7 pounds to the 132-pound class, but he looks the stronger and fresher.
He does.
Oh, and he's got Rivas in the corner right now. In fact, he's got him in his own corner, his blue corner, the corner of Mr. Ortiz, and Rivas able to get his way out of there.
Now, we don't have the stats on these fighters in terms of reach, but it certainly looks like Ortiz has a slight reach advantage, and he's definitely taking advantage of it here.
Ortiz, combinations there. There's going to be a standing 8 count. And I tell you, the last punch to the body looked like it really took some toll there on young Mr. Joshua Rivas.
And Spence Carpenter with a good move there to do the standing 8 count on Rivas, give him an opportunity to collect himself.
Oh, the bell sounds, but I tell you what, there were 2 bells going off. The bell across from us, and I think the bell that got rung when Ortiz landed the right hand almost simultaneous to the bell. And let's watch some of the action in that second round. This is just before the standing 8 count, Bill. And Ortiz working on so many combinations.
That last one, that last right to the head really snapped Rivas' head back.
Watch here. Let's watch again. Watch after the referee steps in. Watch as Rivas, as he recoils, the left foot comes up off the floor. Ouch.
That was from that last body shot.
Right to the left side there. And
Again, as we saw in the last fight, Ortiz can throw with power from both sides.
Final round here is we are in this first open bout. Ortiz in the green trunks, yellow trim, yellow boxing shoes. He has been the crisper puncher and more consistent puncher here tonight. Joshua Rivas with the blue and the gold trim with his trunks. Blood from the nose of Rivas again, and wow, a big hit there big punch by Rivas on his kisser, but he comes back with a vengeance.
Boy, Ortiz landed the big punch, and it almost looked like it woke Rivas up, and Rivas responded with several combinations.
Unlike the shot from Ortiz, though, the work that Rivas is doing isn't really paying off.
Punches combined, but not the power from Rivas that we have seen from Ortiz. Now Ortiz has Rivas in his own corner. There'll be a stopping here. I think the headgear's twisted around. Yep, now it's set back up okay. Ooh, puncher might have been a smidge low, half on the belt stripe, and maybe a half below, but no call. A good left hand, caught part of the glove on the right hand of Rivas. Oh, now we've got another standing 8 count.
And more blood from the nose and mouth of Rivas. He's really taking a beating here. A game kid, though.
And Spence Carpenter's going to end the fight. You're right, game boxer, but you know, this is one of those situations as the fight has ended. Nothing away from the gamesmanship and the toughness of Rivas, but Spence Carpenter stepped in and did what should have been done there and ended the fight.
Yeah, it was obvious how the fight was going to end either way. As you said, Spence made the right move there, stopped the fight, gave Rivas the opportunity not to get hurt anymore. He really had been hurt, and good stoppage.
Well, let's take a look at some of the highlights in that final round.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was not a championship bout. This was a match bout. And what that means is these are both champions from the east side of the state. The 125-pound weight class champ in the red corner, the 132-pound champ in the blue corner.
There you see the championship hardware. And you know what, as it turns out, Bill, they were both boxing for their respective weight classes. But Rivas, the 132-pound winner, and Ortiz, the 125-pound winner. And they'll both go on to fight for state championship opportunities in those weight classes. Rivas and Ortiz out of the Azteca Boxing Club with the win.
Well, as you said early on, kind of unusual. The boxer coming out of, what we thought coming out of the lighter weight class, really was the best boxer in the ring.
Yeah, that'll take us to our second open division bout. We're going to have that in just a moment, but after we send a couple of messages along the way, thank you for your support, pardon me, our local business sponsors in the area. We'll have our next bout right after this timeout.
Skips Come Back In, located in downtown Flushing, is now open 7 days a week. Skips has many all-inclusive lunch specials for $6 or less, Monday through Friday. Skips is also a great place to go for dinner and cold spirits, for many other good time opportunities with friends, family, or coworkers after you finish your workday. Start with a visit to Skips. Dale Harris and his Skips Come Back In team invite you to come back in to Skips in downtown Flushing.
Now there you see one of the boxers,
Ortiz.
Yeah, Ortiz, who was getting cleaned up and not too much worse for wear from that bout. He was very, very good from start to finish.
No, and he'll head for Grand Rapids in a couple weeks, and he'll represent the Eastern Michigan Boxing Association at the state finals. And of course, young Rivas will go along as well in the 132-pound weight class.
Griffin out of the Saginaw Boxing Club. He'll be in the blue corner. He's in the blue with the white trim. And in the other corner, out of the Lapeer Boxing Club, Jack Faith, and Jack Faith in the blue with the gold trim. Open bout boxing matchup in the 165-pound division. Opening round.
Faith is wearing a, that looks like a USA boxing team shorts and jersey.
Oh, good left hand. Wow, just missed with the left hook there. He went downstairs to the body, tried to go back upstairs, and Griffin with a good footwork got away. And Griffin with a good jab there as Faith tried to step in and look for more opportunities. And we just saw a really good bit of work there, footwork by Griffin. went to the ropes, waited for a second. The boxer tried to make a move towards him with Faith, and he just, with the quick feet, got out of there. Opening round here, left hand lead by Faith, then the right hand by Griffin. Now 2 quick chopping lefts off the shoulders of Faith. Jack Faith with the left hand lead, went to the body. Griffin with the counter. Well, you know, one thing we've seen here early too is Griffin's doubling up with the jab and then coming with the right hand, adding up points quickly. Trying to lure Faith in as he waits on the ropes. Faith threw a punch, hit the gloves of Griffin, and Griffin countered with a quick right hand.
His best counter so far, which is about all he's had an opportunity to do.
Oh, big left hand after a right by Faith. Good job by Griffin as he boxes out of it with a jab that missed on the first punch, but the jab that followed landed crisply. First round just about coming to a close. Been a very good first round, good action. And you know what? Not necessarily as many punches thrown in or landed as the bell sounds. Boxers do the slap of the gloves, good sportsmanship. But Bill, one of the things I've been most impressed with in this bout, we've seen terrific footwork and good counter work by Griffin, but also with Faith, he's not afraid to step in there. He's got to get inside because he's got the shorter reach. He's been pretty effective with the left hand.
Well, as we saw in one of the earlier matches tonight, you know, reach isn't everything. It only works if you know how to do it. And this young boxer here, and I've forgotten the name already. I don't want to mess this up. Faith from Lapeer obviously knows what it takes to get inside. A good boxer, but with a shorter reach.
And he's got to be so effective, and once he gets in there, because and he's got to get in there as quick as he can, because we've seen Griffin double up with the jabs so quickly and then come back with a quick right hand.
Right.
So the left jabs by Griffin, telltale sign in the first round. Good left hand, lead left hand by Jack Faith, his best weapon. Round 2 underway. Oh, Griffin's so quick. Boy, right hand lead with the jab by Faith, but there was a fee, 2 jabs and a quick right hand from Griffin.
Griffin not the same boxer in this round so far that we saw in the first round.
And both these guys, great focus and concentration, eyes to eyes. Good counter by Griffin after Faith tried to come in with the right hand. Oh, good left, but a quick response from Faith caught Griffin a little bit off balance. Left hand off the forearm of Griffin by Faith. One of those 2 punches, glancing blow by Faith. This is what he wants to do, is get inside, pays for with a chopping right from Griffin. Both those punches landed on the gloves of Griffin from Jack Faith. Round 2, a little more than halfway through. 2-minute round. Crowd very into this.
Faith not nearly as aggressive in this round as he was in the first. Lands a good shot there, though.
Faith with the blue trunks, gold trim. Griffin, blue trunks, white trim. Ooh, lead right hand landed for Faith, but then again he paid when Griffin doubled up. Right hand to the forearm, left hand caught the glove of Griffin from Jack Faith. Final seconds of this second round. Well, sports fans out there, Mid-Michigan Sportswear would like to help you with your sportswear needs. Mid-Michigan Sportswear is located in downtown Clio, and they specialize in varsity jackets, hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, uniforms, and more. They also do custom monogramming and screen printing. Clio Mustangs, Mount Morris Panthers, and Montrose Rams sports cards will get you 10% off throughout the school year. So call our friends at Mid-Michigan Sportswear at 1-800-359-6241 and tell them that you'd like them to outfit your team. Thanks to Mid-Michigan Sportswear, Sandy and the rest of the team over there, located in downtown Clio.
Well, the crowd here kind of waiting to see what's going to happen in this third round. We haven't seen a whole lot of action. We've seen some good boxing. but nobody's really taken charge here, and you have to figure somebody's going to come to the fore in this third round.
Well, there's a lot of hooting and hollering. They want to see what's going to unfold, and Griffin's going to deliver the first punch, but coming back with a counter was Faith. Now they both land blows. Center of the ring, and Faith tries to punch his way out, he does. Both are being cautioned for clinching, holding on a little bit. Neither puncher has landed a blow, Bill, so far that has been, any more effective, one or the other. Griffin has put combinations together at times. Ooh, that's a good punch from Griffin.
Yeah, that right caught the right side of the head of Faith.
Faith tries to lead with the right and come over the top of the left, but Griffin was backing away. Griffin, after Faith landed punches that hit Griffin's gloves, Griffin comes right over the top. Nice work. When we talk about defense, Bill, we've talked about it a couple different times. Griffin with some nice defensive work with the gloves. Good combination by Jack Faith. Leads with the right. He's punching up because of the height advantage to Griffin. Oh, and Griffin with a good overhand right.
And a counter left there by Griffin. Another counter left. Finally, the crowd starts to get into it a little bit.
Oh, Griffin with a good right hand after Faith had gone to the body. That knocked Griffin off his feet into the ropes a little bit. Action right in front of us. Oh, big right hand, another right hand, and wow, bell sounds. Yeah, that right hand, we've talked about punches, scoring punches, right on the shoulder. That's one of those punches in a longer bout. Those punches on the arms and shoulders will get those arms to drop. But that bell sounds and ends the fight. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that third and final round. Good left hand by Jack Faith. And a good short left by Griffin as well.
That was Griffin's best punch of the night, was the short left. He threw several of them in this last round.
Ooh, good left hand off the jaw there by Jack Faith. Well, Bill, this might be one of our toughest to call.
Yeah, I think it would be. I wouldn't pick a winner here right now.
Gonna leave that to me, huh?
No, I'm going to advise you not to pick a winner. Let's leave it to the judges.
Advice well given and advice well taken. We'll let the judges do it.
I still want to know about this outfit of Griffin's. That looks like an official USA boxing team outfit. And I could be wrong, but I know I've seen USA team boxers in something just like that.
He's getting some pictures taken for the magic moments out here. Yeah, I think Griffin had just a little bit more. I guess I'm not going to take your advice. I'm going to say that Griffin was just a little bit more.
Well, if I had to go one way or the other, I think I would have picked Griffin too. We'll see what happens here, though.
Wow. I should have taken your advice. Oh, my goodness. Jack Faith out of the Lapeer Boxing Club.
Well, it goes to the first two rounds. It goes to the first two rounds because that's when Faith really scored, especially the first round. And that's why those clickers are so important. Those are the rules in Golden Gloves.
You bet.
That's how the judges score. That's how they're told to score. It isn't about who lands the most powerful shots or who lands the most shots to the head or even how many standing 8 counts there might be. It's the sum total of the punches thrown that land, good punches, legal punches, and oftentimes that's what it comes down to. That's why it's so important not to wait out that first round.
Yeah, every punch, every round is important. Yep. Hey, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back here for the start. Now, in fact, you know what? They're putting mouthpieces in. We're going to stay right here. We'll stay right here for our 11th bout of the night. Dion Savage boxing out of the red corner. In fact, he'll be taking on Townsend Lester out of the blue corner. And
Bill, we talked about it earlier, 74th state championships for the Michigan Golden Gloves. That'll take place Friday, April 29th, Saturday, April 30th, over in the Grand Rapids area, just outside of GR in Wyoming, Michigan. And we wish all the best to the boxers who will be representing the Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves Boxing Association.
About half of the champions last year at the state championship came from the Eastern Michigan tournament. So we apparently have a good contingent going over there every year. These are strong boxers. Some of these boxers are going to be repeats over there from last year, going again. Obviously, they would have an advantage, having been there before, feeling that kind of pressure.
Now let's see which one of these gentlemen represents the area. There you see the clickers in the background, the clickers used by the judges. Deion Savage in the red corner. He is wearing the black and the red. He's boxing out of the Joe Bird Boxing Club. And he'll be taking on Townsend Luster, who boxes out of the Davison Boxing Club. And he's got the maroon and gold. So Townsend Luster working out of the blue corner. Deion Savage out of the red corner. Our 11th bout of the night.
Well, we've seen some good boxers out of Joe Bird's club, as you would expect. And we saw a good boxer from Davison earlier in young Mr. Hatcher.
Nicholas Hatcher.
Took Theodis Nunn, highly regarded Theodis Nunn. Took him out in the second round.
Well, the crowd has had much to cheer about here tonight. Lots of good bouts. In the ring, Steve DeHayer is our referee. I want to say thanks to all of the referees, all the volunteers who have been a part of this tonight. And this is in the 178-pound weight class coming up. I want to again thank the sponsors, Kirby Steel Incorporated out of Flint, National Roofing and Sheet Metal out of Burton, helping to make this boxing event possible. Rootaway Drain Cleaning out of Davison, Sywick Construction out of Flint, Michigan, Brian's Family Restaurant in Lapeer, South Main in Lapeer, Stevenson and Sons Roofing out of Burton, Michigan, John E. Niles, Valley Painting Inc. out of Flint, Michigan, National Abatement Corporation out of Flint. All those sponsors, as well as all the boxing clubs, and Joe Bird Boxing Academy represented here. Deion Savage in the red corner. He's got the black and the red, and he's being cautioned for putting a hand behind the head of his opponent, Townsend Luster. Luster in the gold with the maroon. Luster boxing out of the blue corner. Whoops, Owen. The boxers were ready to go before the referee could get himself in position. I think the referee in this one, Steve DeHayer, is going to probably have to stay on his P's and Q's. These guys, they don't want to wait for anybody.
No, especially Savage. He's been anxious to get it going since the bell. And Savage asked the referee to warn the other boxer about holding, and he abides.
And then promptly the referee warns him for holding as well when they go back to start. Whoa. Luster went backing into that rope. I was worried that we might see what you asked about in the first round, or the first bout. What happens if these guys go through the ropes? Luster with a good right hand. Townsend Luster with the lefts and the rights as he is backed into the corner, pardon me. Savage asking for the referee to watch for the holding. Luster with the right hand jabs, keeping Savage from being able to walk his way right in. Ooh, and a point has been taken away.
There's our first warning of the night. Point taken away from Lester.
Townsend Luster will be instructed to go to a neutral corner. Savage goes to the neutral corner, and now they'll be called to the center of the ring. Ooh, big right hand as the bell sounds by Savage, and then Savage kind of throws a little elbow out as he cuts in front of Luster and goes to his corner. Savage has come out with a little bit of attitude.
Well, and I think he got a little frustrated there too that round. I can't blame him. Lester really didn't want to box.
And let's watch some of that first round action right now. A lot of backpedaling in that opening round.
This early in the round, there's the first of the holding. And a caution.
I think that'll be the warning one.
Yeah, that's right. That's where he took the point away.
You know, the way he put his arm around him there, he almost brought the other hand up in a dancing position, and they were ready to do a little do-si-do out there. I don't think Mr. Savage is a dancer.
Not tonight, anyway.
And we're just about ready to start our second round here of our 11th bout of the night. And now, Savage being cautioned. Action over to the opposite side of Ringham, where we are at. Luster ready to go, and so is Savage. Savage kind of pushes him into the ring, and now Savage and Luster being cautioned about the talking to each other. Savage kind of bullies his way in as opposed to punching his way in. Wow, this is
turning into a wrestling match.
Yep, and they're going to be sent to neutral corners. Each will receive stern admonishment. Well, one warning, and it could be a disqualification to both the boxers. I don't know if these guys have known each other before, but I don't expect these guys to be sending Christmas cards to each other, Bill.
Definitely bad blood. If there wasn't any before, there certainly is now. Fighting in the open division, you have to think they probably fought at least once in the past.
Yes, especially as close as these boxing centers are. We're in the second round, and we're hearing boos from the crowd. They want to see boxing, not wrestling. Oh, and on the break, Savage is throwing punches. He's lucky that he didn't get a warning and a point deducted there. And the bell sounds, and the crowd here very, very frustrated.
Well, Savage, I think, is getting very frustrated too. Really about the only thing we've seen out of Lester so far are his track skills. Certainly not much in terms of boxing from this young man. He has to be a good boxer. He wouldn't be here if he isn't, but he's certainly not showing it so far.
Yeah, we're going to head to our final round here in this 11th bout of the night. I want to thank Ken Dinnan, Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves Boxing Association, for the opportunity to be here tonight. Also want to thank our team working behind the scenes. And to you out there watching on Comcast Cable 70 in the greater Flint area, maybe channel 98 on Comcast Local, or one of the channels through the Comcast Local network statewide. And round 3 ready to go. Dion Savage from the Joe Bird Boxing Academy in the black, in the red boxing trunks and jersey. And Luster, Townsend Luster with the maroon and gold out of Davison. And Savage gets him on the ropes. Referee gets him off the ropes. A good right hand, short chopping right hand by Savage. And more of the do-si-do work.
Oh, good right hand to the body by Savage. He's thrown into the ropes. Pushing warning being, or pushing caution, pardon me, being given to Townsend Lester. Lester with Savage against the ropes, and for a second time, Savage is throwing punches on the break. He's going to have a point taken off. That's a warning, and it'll be a point taken off. So now both boxers have had points taken off here, and certainly what has been a very, very different bout. Very, very physical, almost wrestling match here.
Combination of WWF and Arthur Murray, I think, what we're seeing.
Good right hand.
Finally a good shot by somebody.
Good right hand by Deon Savage. Lester retreats to the ropes. We've seen that all through this bout. Final round here tonight, and you know what? I'm not sure with the applause whether it'll be for the crowd being thankful of the bout's over with all the wrestling.
I know our referee's going to be glad when the bell goes.
Left by Savage, caught Townsend Lester off balance a little bit, glancing blow. And the bell sounds here, and a chorus of boos.
And well deserved.
Yeah, it's too bad these guys here, and what has been prior to this, 10 terrific, or at least very good, well competitive, well fought bouts. This one here takes a little luster off it, and the clickers. Well, it's tough to keep up with the clicker work with all that, with all the wrestling.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure they didn't wear the clickers out on that one. Well, you know, this isn't traditional boxing matchups in the term, or in the sense that they're promoters that match these fighters against each other, and sometimes you're just going to have these kind of matchups. They just don't click.
Yep. Let's take a quick look here at some of the action in that final round. This is that's right above us.
Yeah.
I was up trying to protect from this side over here, and
I'm not sure we needed to see this again.
Well, we're going to get a winner announced here. Tony Rockman, our public address announcer here tonight, will be handed the cards in just a moment. Took a while for the judges to get those. Gloves being taken off Deon Savage. They'll be added up, those ballots. Bill, you know, with your work by day with Comcast here in Flint, I know September 1 with the beginning of a different relationship with you and I and what we've done in Flint in the area, but also a relationship that's continued through the Comcast local network. How have things gone so far with the Comcast local network and all the terrific opportunities people have had to see games and events from around the state in all the different market areas?
Well, it's been great, I think, for Flint sports fans to be able to see some things from outside the area. But to me, the most important part has been the fact that we're now broadcasting so much Flint sports activity around the entire state. To me, that's been the best part of this new arrangement.
I appreciate that. Wow, Lester somehow gets the win in this one. Townsend Lester out of the Daviston Boxing Club. That's met with a chorus and maybe a couple of different choruses of boos. Now Townsend Lester should be thanking his lucky stars. I don't know if I would agree with that one, but when it's all said and done, and this is one of the things you talked about earlier, Bill, we see it from one angle here. All the other judges get a chance to see it from their angles as well.
Well, you don't see many problems with this type of scoring. I mean, you know, normally the best fighter gets the decision, you know, based on the Golden Glove rules of boxing by blow count. But this is just one of those situations where obviously in traditional boxing scoring, you know, by judges who are just looking for the skills and the aggressiveness and the defense of the boxers, Savage would have won this fight. But because of the rules the way they are, Lester was able to take advantage of it just by, hitting Savage 3 or 4 or 5 times when they were in a clinch. That's a blow as long as he hit it in a legal area, either above the waist or at the head, in the front of the body. That counts as a blow count.
They all add up. And right now, 11 bouts have added up to what will be a good night of boxing here. We've got one more, though, for you. We'll take a timeout. You've been watching Golden Gloves, the Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves Championship Fight Night with Championship Sports Productions and Comcast Locals statewide. Your friends at Borden's Pharmacy have been taking care of your prescription and over-the-counter needs in the Clio area for decades. The friendly team at Borden's Pharmacy provides outstanding, caring service 7 days a week. And for those homebound in the Clio area, Borden's Pharmacy has a delivery program to assist you with your individual needs. Whether it's a prescription, greeting cards, or other family care needs, you can get it all, including a smile, from your friends at Borden's Pharmacy in Clio. And welcome back here to Brownies Hockey and World Event Center as we have our final bout of the night along with Bill Black, Tom Skinner here, and the Championship Sports Productions crew, and some help from Comcast as well here locally. David Obershaw, who is with your local origination and public access department, Bill, and he works in the truck directing, does a good job, and we've got one more to test our crew with, Santos Martinez. You talked about this bout earlier, out of the Irish Hills Boxing Club. This is bout number 12 tonight. He'll be taking on Jonathan Abrams out of the Sal Boxing Club, the 201-pound weight class. And Mr. Grable with a lot of interest with his young man out of the Sal Boxing Club here in this final bout of the night.
Well, Abrams is actually a former winner, state champ last year, and he's back to try and keep his crown and move on to Grand Rapids in 2 weeks' time. And as he takes a bow.
So the Clarkston, Michigan Boxing Club of Sal Boxing Team. Out of Clarkston, Dale Grable. And his boxer, Jonathan Abrams, will be in the blue corner. He's got the black with the white trim. And out of the Irish Hills Boxing Club, Santos Martinez, he is in the white with the black trim. First round of our final bout. 201-pound weight class. Martinez in the white, Abrams in the black, and call, so we have a warning for a hold, or a caution, pardon me, for a hold right away, and Martinez stumbles his way to the middle of the ring. Oh, and so we've got... You asked the question.
I shouldn't have asked. As we have opening round action here in this final bout, 201. The boxer from the Sal Boxing Club, Jonathan Abrams, stepped right out and slipped off the edge of the ring onto our table. So, Bill, your question earlier was not a far-fetched question. No, I might have jinxed this, because if I hadn't brought it up, we probably wouldn't have had a single boxer out of the ring.
Again, Jonathan Abrams in the black boxing trunks and the black jersey or black boxing shirt. Santos Martinez with the white and the black trim. Cry of break is made. Opening round action. No one a break, and we had a boxer throw a punch on the break, and the caution to both boxers to listen to the instruction from the referee. Yeah, Bill, as we talk with Bill Black here, Bill, how difficult must that be? I know they've got to do it, but you're so focused and concentrating on your opponent. Sometimes I got to believe it's tough to hear and take the call of the referee out among all the voices that you might be hearing out there.
Well, on that particular one there, Martinez had actually started to throw the punch when the referee yelled break.
So that was
he just finished the punch.
Yep.
And the bell sounds to end that opening round. An adventurous opening round that had Jonathan Abrams in the blue corner right down nearly in my lap here when he slipped through the ropes with 1 foot. And you see the ring gals from the Hooters restaurant going in, signaling round 2 to come up here.
Well, that was a good first round, Tom. It was a kind of a combination, I think, of them feeling each other out, trying to get a sense of what the other boxer wanted to do, but at the same time, they were both fairly aggressive, tried to score as many punches as they possibly could without getting hurt.
2 more rounds scheduled here in this bout. There you see one of the prizes, hardware, championship hardware, that one of the boxers will earn tonight. Good look in the corner, first of all, of the Sal Boxing Club, and then to the Irish Hills Boxing Club. Bell sounds to begin round 2. Abrams doesn't wait for his opponent at mid-ring. He just continues across. And Santos Martinez tries to fend things off, throws some punches. Again, Martinez in the white with the black trim. Abrams with the black, and he's got the white trim at the waist. Well, again, on the break, just as you described a moment ago, he had the punch coiled and was in delivery mode. Santos Martinez, the shorter of the 2 boxers, needs to get inside. Does so with the lead left hand, tries to follow with the right, but quick glove work by Abrams. Action right up in front of us. Abrams delivering some mail. And he throws him into the corner. Now Abrams will get a caution.
It's a shame he didn't have to do that. That came after his best scoring of the night.
Yep, you bet. And that's the discipline and the composure you have to have. Doesn't matter the sport. You got to have discipline within the work that you're doing out there. Boxers that time break cleanly. Second round of action. Oh, and an uppercut just missed by Abrams. And we had some O's out there in the crowd.
And Martinez just not able to get inside. He's really having a difficult time getting in. And he's aggressive enough, just having a hard time getting inside the reach.
Good left jab off the chin, landing right squarely in the chest of Martinez from Abrams. Beat Martinez to the punch that time as Martinez was just trying to come in. Bell sounds to end the second round. Final round of boxing here tonight with the 69th annual Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves. Let's watch some highlights from that second round. And
pretty good round by Abrams.
Well, good right hand counter, but no, he paid for it.
Yes, he did. That's the problem in Golden Glove. You can sometimes get a good punch in or get a good counter, but you're quite often going to take another one back. You take 2 for 1, you're going to lose the round.
No, that might be great in the grocery aisle. You're trying to get a special there, but not when you're boxing. If you're going to get 1 or deliver 1 and you take 2 in return, that's a little addition by subtraction. And there you see the red corner, Santos Martinez getting up, and he'll get his chair out of the ring, and we're ready to go as Jonathan Abrams again meets him more than midway, and Abrams comes out with a flurry of punches, pardon me. And we've got a hold warning being given to Santos Martinez. I don't know that I saw that all that apparent in that situation.
No, I'm kind of surprised.
So the point deduction from Martinez's ledger with punches.
I don't think Martinez can afford a point in this fight either.
Oh, good right hand by Abrams. Another right hand. Martinez being backed into the Abrams corner. Break cry by the referee.
Good uppercut in that exchange from Abrams.
Martinez making a mistake of looking away instead of being ready to go when the official said box. And now we're going to have another hold, I think. That one he did have around the back. You know, and this is another thing. In amateur boxing, not only is it frowned upon, they penalize you when you do that. In professional boxing, there's a lot more leeway with that. Abrams in the black. He's been the aggressor. He's got Martinez in the corner. Martinez trying to throw punches, and he's just not able to get him going. Big overhand right. He might get a standing 8 count. In fact, he will. This is coming in the 3rd round. Final round of the night. You talked about the points that he couldn't afford to give up with the warning a moment ago, and now the standing 8 count.
That's probably 3 of them in this round.
And Abrams, just a matter of
just finishing it out.
Yep, you bet. Good right hand, short right hand in that neutral corner from Abrams. And Jonathan Abrams, the novice Eastern Michigan champ and the state champ from last year, I think is successfully defended. And he will go on here when all the numbers are tallied. I don't feel as worrisome about this prediction as I did the earlier one.
No, I think this one's in the bank.
Let's watch some of the highlights, Bill, in this final round of this 12th bout. Santos, Martinez in the white. Abrams with a short right hand. That had to smart. And no charge for the baseball bonus coverage there. That was some college baseball that we did a week ago or so.
Well, you'd like to see Santos Martinez in there against somebody that's either got more of a similar reach, or someone that doesn't take advantage of his reach quite the way Abrams does. Obviously, he's a good boxer, but just didn't have what it took here tonight.
So Jonathan Abrams, the defending novice champ from the 2004 event for the Eastern Michigan region, and also state champ in the novice division. Looks as though he's come back. I said he has defended. He actually hasn't defended. He's now in the open division, but he continues to rack up Eastern Michigan championships here now in the open flight. Now in the open flight, the official numbers. Jonathan Abrams, and no surprise there, Bill. He was just a better fighter tonight. He
was, and I sure like to see him fight in Grand Rapids. He looks like he's got all the skills. And he may win another state championship this year.
Second place goes to the Pontiac Saddle Boxing Club, Pontiac, Michigan. And third place, the 88 Bay City.
And before we go to our break here with our post-fight, post-game show, reminder, the winners tonight have advanced to the 74th annual state championships for the Michigan Golden Gloves. They'll take place Friday night, April 29th, and Saturday, April 30th. We're going to take a timeout. We'll go through each of the bouts tonight, give you your winners. You're part of our Championship Sports Productions and Borden's Pharmacy post-game show here with the 69th annual Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves. Coming to you from Championship Sports Productions and your Comcast local network.
Sports Extra 1330 WTRX is where you can tune your radio dial to the mail room, where sports is dished out every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to noon. Host Doug Fisher and his team of co-hosts, Ricky Hampton from the Flint Journal, Tom Skinner from Championship Sports Productions, and former Detroit Lions quarterback Urich will cover everything in your world of sports. Whether it's local, statewide, or around the nation, Sports Extra 1330 WTRX is your place to score for sports.
Welcome back to Ferrani's Hockey and World Event Center. There you see one impressive fighter, Jonathan Abrams from the Sal Boxing Club. He has just won the open flight division in the 201-pound weight class, final bout of the night. And Bill,
let's do a quick review of this bout, and then we're going to go bout by bout real quick through as well. And just remind you and our fans at home of the winners. But Jonathan Abrams, one of the more impressive boxers here tonight.
Between him and Hatcher, probably the two best boxers we saw tonight. In fact, I think they're in the same weight class. I wouldn't mind seeing those two go against each other.
Well, you know,
Hatcher in the novice and Abrams in the open now this year.
Last year, Abrams the winner of the novice, so he has moved into the open flight. Maybe down the road we will see a Nicholas Hatcher, Jonathan Abrams bout. Let's go from the top here, though. In the opening bout, a junior bout, 201-pound weight class, Charles Garrett defeated Frank Triplett in that one. Garrett out of the Sal Boxing Club. In the second bout of the night, first novice bout, Urich Gutierrez in the 132-pound weight class from the Joe Bird Boxing Academy with the win. And continuing through, Valentin Sanchez took on Dan Urich in bout number 3, and it was Dan Urich coming away with an impressive win there, fighting out of the Thread Creek Boxing Club. And then in our fourth bout of the night, Jason Peterson out of the Circa Boxing Club falling to Arnold Smith out of the Sal Boxing Club. And Arnold Smith, very tough boxer. He was one of the good boxers we saw tonight.
He certainly was. That was one of the better bouts of the night, too. The young Circa boxer, obviously with a lot of skills, hung in there through all 3 rounds, but Smith just racked up a lot of points.
Sure did, and a very strong boxer. In the next bout, kind of a surprise, but you know what? We had Joe Bird, who sat in there with us in that fight, and it looked as though Gabriel Hemingway out of the Sal Boxing Club might have had the advantage, but when it was all said and done, Joe Bird said no. Jeff Martin, who really came back and had a couple of good rounds after it looked like Hemingway might have won the first round.
Joe called that whole fight. He said that it was going to take Hemingway a round to get started, and it did. Martin looked pretty good in the first round. It was kind of even, and then Hemingway just stole the second round, did a fantastic job, and Martin just cleaned his clock in the third round.
A tale of like 3 different fights in each of the 3 rounds. Martin the winner in that 165-pound novice bout out of the ABBA Boxing Club, and just to give them the attaboy credit, American Boxing and Athletic Association out of your neck of the woods up in Bay City, Art Dorr with his club getting the win there with Jeff Martin. And then we goofed this up, I did most notably, although they had it switched around, or I had it switched around, Leandre Carr of the Joe Bird Boxing Academy gets the win in the novice division, 178 pounds. And boy, I tell you what, it looked as though with that boxing match, Lionel Brown was the winner. And then I glanced down and went, whoops. Lionel fought a good bout, but Leandre Carr with the win in that one.
And that bout got the record, I think, for the most punches thrown in 3 rounds. There had to be 300 punches thrown by each boxer.
You think those 2 guys will sleep well tonight?
I think they probably will, yeah.
And then we had after the break, that was our intermission break. That bout took us to the intermission. We came back with our only women's bout of the night, and in the women's novice division, Amber Payne delivered a lot of it, boxing out of the American Boxing and Athletic Association in Bay City. She gets the win over Jamie Villanueva. Then we go to the final novice bout of the night, Theodo's Nunn, who came in pretty highly touted out of the Joe Bird Boxing Academy, but wearing the maroon and gold. You asked if those were the school colors of Davison. Yes, they are, and very impressive. I think one of the top 2 boxers tonight, Nicholas Hatcher with the win for the Davison Boxing Club.
Yeah, as I said before, I'd love to see him go up against Abrams. They were definitely the cream of the crop tonight. And it's not just the fact that they're big guys and, throw some heavy punches. They really were well schooled. We talked about footwork a little bit off and on. Both Hatcher and Abrams, I think especially Hatcher, had the footwork down, was always in balance, was always in control.
And they are in the same weight class. Hatcher in the novice division. Maybe we'll see them here next year in the open division if Abrams doesn't go pro. But we'll talk about Abrams here in just a moment. Continuing through, we had 4 open division boxing matches tonight, and Mauricio Ortiz out of the Azteca Club. Tell you what, these are 2 guys that were winners. Ortiz out of the 125-pound class actually gets the win over the 132-pound winner. Joshua Rivas, and that was a pretty good matchup as well.
I don't know who he's going to face in Grand Rapids, but I'll tell you, Ortiz, I would not bet against him. He really showed a lot of skill tonight.
And he got things off, got things started in the open division very well for us. Jack Faith came back in the next bout, 165-pound class boxing out of the Lapeer Boxing Club, and beat Aloysius Griffin out of Saginaw, and a bit of a surprise in that one.
Yeah, surprise. I think Faith is a little bit older. Obviously, he's been boxing a lot longer, but that was quite a match, and I think some people were surprised. We were a little surprised. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. We made a pick. We went the wrong way.
And you know what? And Townsend Luster in the next one, that went totally away from where we thought it was going to go. Townsend Luster out of the Davison Boxing Club kind of steals a win away from Deion Savage from the Joe Bird Boxing Club. And then in the final bout of the night, Jonathan Abrams, very impressive, out of the Sal Boxing Club with the win against the Irish Hills Boxing Club, the fighter at the 201-pound weight class, Santos Martinez. Bill and I are going to take a break here and give you a chance to kind of catch your breath before we put a bow on this one from Championship Fight Night, 69th Annual Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves. We'll wrap it up right after this timeout. Skips Come Back In, located in downtown Flushing, is now open 7 days a week. Skips has many all-inclusive lunch specials for $6 or less, Monday through Friday. Skips is also a great place to go for dinner and cold spirits, for many other good time opportunities with friends, family, or coworkers after you finish your workday. Start with a visit to Skips. Dale Harris and his Skips Come Back In team invite you to come back in to Skips in downtown Flushing. Welcome back to a very, very rapidly breaking down ringside here, along with Bill Blacktop Skinner and Bill with the individual bouts all accounted for. Time now to talk about the top two teams in the 69th Annual Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves. And you know what? Not too surprising. Two clubs that have got some really good guys in their corners.
Well, as you might expect, two of the top names in amateur boxing in the state, Joe Bird and
Dale
Grable. My buddy Dale, I can't remember his name. Joe in Joe Bird Boxing Academy, #1, took the team trophy, and a close second, Dale Grables and SAL.
Well, listen, a terrific night. We appreciate you joining us. Thanks to all of our sponsors making it possible along the way to bring this to you. Championship Fight Night, 69th Annual Eastern Michigan Golden Gloves. The winners tonight advance to the 74th Michigan Golden Gloves State Championships. Thanks to Ken Dinnan and everybody else involved here with the Eastern Michigan Boxing Association. Tom Skinner saying so long from Flint and Brawny Hockey and World Event Center.